I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack right here. You know how many times I wanted to message Alexis and just say you were right?
Also, message for Amber. If you move here and the inevitable happens, do not call me. I am not going to be your knight in shining armor, and I'm not going to come save you.
Like, you are supposed to, like, when you're in a relationship with someone, you're supposed to love them, respect them, care for them. You're supposed to be safe with them. I'm not safe with her.
I think the arguments that stand out the most for me are the ones where I got so overwhelmed that I had to leave the house and get away. One time, Amber, Eric, Ricky, and I were watching Adventure Time, and Eric changed the channel without asking. Amber, even though she did not like Adventure Time, and even though it was Eric's TV, had a huge blow up. I'd had enough, and I left without grabbing my wallet, my bra, or shoes. I drove an hour to my sister's and showed up at her doorstep barefoot and crying. I just wanted to escape.
I have never hit Emily. I have never hit Emily ever. I don't hit. I never hit Beck. I never hit who else have I been in a relationship with? Holy shit. Destiny, never hit Crystal. The list can go on and on.
Amberlynn did tell me that she has hit Jade before and used to go through her phone periodically, like while Jade was in the shower. But she did mention one time that they were fighting and Amberlynn slapped her, and I guess Jade like pushed her and she fell to the ground.
If you could, you would. Your body doesn't allow. Huh? You saying if I could hit someone, I would?
She didn't hit me. I think that if she had had the ability to, she might have, because she would get really angry.
Okay. So are you saying I can throw this at someone's head? Like, I could take this and throw it? I'm just not a physically abusive person. Every time she would say something awful about me online, well, literally, we were just saying how much we loved each other, or we just had like TMI, but FaceTime sex, or I just sent her a naughty picture, or I just, literally while we were in a relationship, like a month after we started dating, she messaged some girl saying that she was sexy. So that was fun. But she messaged this masked lesbian and said, "Oh, I know how rare it is to be a masked lesbian that's a feeder because so am I." And that is when I found out the truth.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Today drained me.
Yo, Chow, it's P. I'm uptown right now. I'm on my way to the West Bank to put a twist on this thing, you heard? Oh, oh yeah. Oh, oh yeah. Oh, oh yeah. Now I don't mean to sound rude, baby, I hurt or nothing. I want an independent woman if she's working with something. I want a slim fine woman with some twerk with her. See, you got a lot, but I can work with her. Want a big fine woman with some pop, 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 with some twerk, twerk, with some pop, 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 with some twerk, pop, pop, twerk, pop, pop, twerk, pop, pop. Bounce your booty up and down, 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 bounce your booty up and down. Turn around and stick your booty out, 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 bounce your booty up and down, 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 bounce your booty up and down, 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 bounce your booty up and down, 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 bounce your booty up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down,
Hello, guys. I actually did come back the next day, thankfully. To anyone watching in real time, thank you so much for being here. To anyone watching during playbacks, I appreciate you. To all my channel members and patrons, thank you, thank you, thank you. And to my mods who are always here holding me down, I appreciate y'all so much. I will say, last night's stream, Amber's last night's stream was low key a dud for me. The main thing I took away, well, there was a couple of things, but the main thing I took away was when she was asked if she would go back to Tommy, if Tommy wanted her back. She said, I don't know. And I was like, bingo, bingo. I wanted to hear it for myself, even though we kind of already knew. But that's why the poll is there. That is why the poll is there. Let's see with the poll. 1 second. Hold on. All right. So over 600 votes. Fair, fair. Okay. I asked this yesterday, but I wanted to know again today. When will Amberlynn and Tommy get back together? Let's see. 70%, period, believe they're currently working it out. 10% said 1 week or more. Another 10% said they're completely done. And 8% said by the holiday season. I personally think they're working on it. They're working on it. Like I mentioned yesterday, I think that's part of the reason Amberlynn's holding back on some things, because she still has that hope. And I'll talk about it a bit further in the stream. But Amberlynn, whether her and Tommy get back together or not, like if they do get back together, there's no world where they'll be accepted. Not in her personal life, seeing that they know what's going on between them, and damn sure not on the platform. Do I think Amberlynn cares about that? Not necessarily, but this is bad. This is bad. And they'll probably get back together. And she'll go back to the whole, I don't want to talk about my personal life or my dating life and that whole bullshit that she does. But what I wanted to do was finish up the stream from yesterday, and then I was able to edit down the stream that she did just a few hours after that in the morning. I think it was in the morning, yeah, when she was doing her makeup. And then I'll pick up on the stream where she was reacting to Tommy's, conversation with Mr. Snowflake later on this week. Because what I actually want to do, just so I'm clear, I want to actually cover Rosie and FFG before tapping into that. There's been a lot going on, so I've been editing a lot, but I do want to make sure it's still a mix. If something crazy happens before that, then plans will change, but I'm really trying to tap back into Rosie, FFG, and then circle back to Amber. At least that's what I want to do. Let me see 1 moment. Oh, damn. Okay, hold on. Let me actually get to some of the support and then we'll get started. Jess, thank you for the super chat. Hey, y'all, just picked up my new foster puppy, Zuko. I really hope I'm saying your puppy's name right. Zuko, and we are ready. Congrats, boo. And hopefully I said your puppy's name right. Zuko. That's so cute. And thank you for the support, boo. Porco. Hold on. For anyone who's been around, you already know. This is Badussy. Pocahontas, sharding, stiff towel, leaking cream. But Jesse, can I ask you a question? I don't know if I've asked you this before. Do you come up with these names while you sober or while you high? And by high, I mean like if you, and I don't even know if you do, so no judgment because I do. So she is so pathetic. Baby, I didn't even care about the comment. I'm still stuck on the name. Pocahontas, sharding, stiff towel, leaking cream. But yes, Amber, shit. Amber is pathetic. I agree. Are you sober or not? Because I be coming up with some creative shit when I'm high too. I ain't gonna hold you. So that's why I'm just like, these can't be sober thoughts. Ain't no way in hell. But thank you for the super chat, boo. Cappuccino, thank you so much for 1 month. I appreciate you. And it's been a lovely month having you. You're You're just dope as fuck. But if you know, you know. Thank you so much for the 1 month. My favorite bites. You know, my favorite bite size porcupine creator. Monday is strong. And Charlie's attitude even stronger. Looking forward to this one and the break. I'll get you in Discord later. I'll get you in Discord later. You know, I had to sit here and put my fingers to work and create convincing sentences in Yaba's stream the other day. I think it was the Friday one, because you know I'm over there trying to convince people that I'm 5'8" and taller. Because sometimes we share viewership, but I just wanted to convince them. I was thinking of anything. But I think I got a few people to believe I'm 5'8" or taller, and that's all that matters. Oh, Fruit Cup, thank you for the super chat. All the love, Charlie. So excited for this one. I appreciate you, boo. I'm excited too. Thank you, boo. Tally, welcome to the Supremes. You will have access to the Discord, so if you are interested, please jump in there. But welcome to the Gold Cluster, boo. I appreciate you, lady. Thank you for the super chat. You know, Pocahontas. You know what's so sad? Amber, bitch. Pocahontas will never go away. I don't know why she said this, because it's just like every time I read it, it just does something to the soul. Why would you give this gift to a hate following? Why would you do that why would you give that to us? You're so dumb. You know, Pocahontas is dry begging Emily for another chance behind the scenes. Absolutely. Amber takes pathetic to a new level. Yeah. Yeah. And I actually never thought, when it comes to relationship dynamics, that I would ever see Amberlynn down this bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy for her. She deserves it. But it's just like, I saw this for Chantel and I was seeing it for Rosie too. To see it with Amber, it's just like, But thank you, boo. Thank you for the super chat. Definitely new level. K Bear, thank you for 2 months, boo. Cold Breeze is my new favorite side character. Listen. Oh, wait, Cold Breeze? Hold on. K Bear, tag me in the chat, because now I feel like that went over my head. I feel like I was connecting that to Amber. Now, listen, I got off of work 2 hours ago. I'm trying to collect myself. So sorry if that went over my head. Fenris, I hope I said your name right. Fenris. Thank you for the super chat. The only reason she regrets the crash out is because it could potentially jeopardize Emily taking her back, not because she's empathetic. Here's the thing. Emily, they're gonna try to work something out. They're both toxic. They're gonna try to work something out. I just don't know how it's gonna look to viewers, or how they're gonna try to make it look to viewers. I'm interested to see what kind of lies they go with, because it's not gonna be some, all right, y'all, I know we said a lot, but we're gonna try to work it out. It's never gonna be that. I just want to see how they try to spin it and how they try to hide it. And it will be Emily running her mouth again. That lets us know. Kelsey, thank you for 6 months. Charlie, you look beautiful, but really my partner has one time to call me Pocahontas, and I'm knocking all that shit over. Pocahontas, there's gonna be some damage, and you know, in Cardi's new song where she says something like, tell your mama she raised a bitch. I'm calling your mama and telling her that as well. I ain't gonna necessarily disrespect her, but I'm gonna remind her that she gave birth to you and what she gave birth to. That it's one of those group chat things. And if your mama don't pick up, I'm calling you grandmother. Because grandmothers listen. They listen. She may curse me out, but I'm calling your mama as well. Grandmother. And if grandma don't pick up, say if she's taking a nap, I'm calling your auntie. And I might call one of your cousins. Moon 13134, thank you for the super chat. The only way this relationship, this relationship, so it wasn't a typo. The only way this relationship ends is if Emily ends it because Amber's too desperate. That. Remember how with Chantel and Natter had to end that shit? Yeah, it's one of those. I still can't believe this is where we at. When I thought Amberlynn was Done being this messy. Here we are. And thank you again, boo. Monique, thank you for 4 months. You look so good, Charlie. Would a pic of me with an oxygen would a pic of me with an oxygen mask do something for you? Let me know. Fuck no. Absolutely not. But you know what? Your pic, beautiful, Monique. You don't need that for someone like Tommy. Yeah, you don't weigh enough. But you beautiful. You beautiful. Please never put on an oxygen mask because I will never compliment you again. Well, no, that came out wrong. Nothing wrong with anyone who has to use oxygen, but that's just not my kink at all. My nipples ain't getting hard for that. Not even a little bit. But thank you, Monique. Thank you for 4 months, boo. Mercury, my boo. Charlie the Bee. Oh, y'all said this a few times. And I use the same. Sorry, let me finish. Charlie, the blue shadow is stunning. Thank you. Thank you, boo. I actually used the same palette today that I did yesterday because I never told y'all about it. And I realized that afterwards, I was like, I don't even think I told them what palette I used. But this is the same palette I used yesterday. It's the Masquerade by Juvia's Place. So yesterday, please remember, what did I use? Oh, yesterday I used this gold here. And then today I used this blue here and I added some of this bluish purple on the outside to like add some dimension. I don't know if it's showing up on camera. Due to my internet, it's just not showing. Yeah, it's not showing everything, but this is the blue I used here. But yeah, the Masquerade palette. Y'all know I love me some Juvia's Place. Juvia's Place, sponsor me, please. I would appreciate it. Thank you. I'll be using the fuck out your products. And while we're at it, Fresh, can you sponsor me as well? Fresh, Glow Recipe, Juvia's Place, Melt Cosmetics. I'm trying to think of my tops. Yeah, we'll go with that for now. Please sponsor me. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. I stand 10 toes down with your products. I'd appreciate it. Oh, let me get to some more and then we'll get started. Nimada, thank you for 27. Let me learn how to read numbers. 27 numbers. I thought Amber would hold the crown again, but here she came. Oh, sorry. I thought Amber, I'm pretty sure you said meant never, would hold the crown again, but here she came swinging. Love you, Sapphire Goddess. Thank you, boo. Thank you. I almost didn't wear it because I was just like, damn, this kind of bright as fuck. But it looks a bit muted on stream. So I'm with it. And Nimana, I didn't forget. I hope your sister is still enjoying. And sis, if you watching, hey boo. I hope you still around. Boomer Sooner, thank you so much for 1 month. Loving the blue eyeshadow. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm actually happy y'all like it because I wasn't too sure about it. I almost went to the purple because it'll be safer, but I was just like, girl, just step out a little bit. Because what I really want to do, the day I see me come up here with some sunset orange yellow, because I'm still practicing. Yes, I need to practice some certain things. The day y'all see me come up here with that, just know it's going to be smug. I'm giving you smug the whole stream. I don't know if that's the right way to describe that, but yeah, I'm going to be insufferable. But thank you, boo. Thank you for 1 month. Just Jamie, imagine knowing your partner wants to see you on oxygen and in a hospital bed. Get it together, Amber. She don't care. She do not care. And the thing is, I think part of the reason too, especially with this type of dynamic, the reason why Tommy can get so much out of whatever their relationship is, Amber doesn't really have much to look forward to in life. Like, if we're being for real, what does she really have to look forward to as far as a future? So she's with someone who fetishizes her, even though that fetish can literally kill her. But the thought of it doesn't really matter if she doesn't have much to look forward to in the future. What is she really looking forward to? Her next YouTube upload? Filming her next vlog, which is probably her sitting on the couch answering the same 500 questions she's answered the last 2 years? What life is there to look forward to in order to say, hey, let me not be with someone who's this dangerous, who doesn't have my best interest in mind, because I want these things. These are these goals I'm working at. Life is beautiful. There's so much there that, I just don't see that. I just don't see it. And it's sad. It really is. Comfy Cozy ASMR, thank you for the super chat. Porky is so caught up because Justin Feeder is in her mind on her level. What? Justin Feeder is in her mind on her level. Emily has a home and got her concert tickets. A feeder is the best she can do. Truly. No, actually, I ain't even gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that because Amber could do better than a feeder. Amber definitely could do better than a feeder. The problem is, this is the first dynamic where Amberlynn didn't hold most of the control. I feel like Feline had more independence than people gave her credit for, in my opinion. But Amberlynn picked the partners that she did all these years for a reason. It just so happens she picked someone now. She got in a relationship with someone who is independent, but also a mirror image of her nasty ass behavior, her abusive behavior. So now she's stuck. Oh, this is your first time hearing Justin Feeder? Oh yeah, they've been calling Tommy Justin Feeder for a long time. A long time. And I'm sure Tommy knows since Tommy's so damn locked into the community. Girl, don't you got like some really high paying job, like important job in the medical fields? How you got so much time to be out here on forums, in reaction channels, in comments? Like, go use your degree and help somebody. Actually, maybe not, because we still got to have that conversation about the field cheesing. But anyways, spiders and a biscuit. Hold on, because I saw your name change earlier today. Spiders and a biscuit. Yes, spiders and a biscuit. Thank you for 2 months, boo. Miniature Haitian queen. That eyeshadow. Thank you. I don't understand why Amber decided to share all the insults. That. Was she trying to gain sympathy somehow? Your view on this mess is gold. Thank you, boo. I think it's a combination of her trying to gain sympathy, also needing an outlet because her mom ain't always going to be able to handle all that. And I don't think she always wants to go to her mom. Even though Amberlynn claims she got friends, she really don't. It's trying to gain sympathy, trying to have an outlet. And also, in a weird, toxic way, it's a cry out to Tommy. Remember, she's up here crying. I could say this, but I'm not because I still love her. I still love her. I would never do these things to her. And she knows Tommy's watching. Like, really think about that. These last couple of streams, she was live. Tommy was texting her in real time. Why the fuck ain't Tommy blocked? Maybe she's hoping if Tommy sees her cry just enough, hysterical just enough, that text might come through where Tommy says, okay, let's talk. Let's figure it out. As of right now, the texts are still, threats and stuff like that. But even with that, Tommy is still responding to Amber. Tommy's still communicating. It's toxic, but Amber sees she still has Tommy's attention through this. And Tommy sees she still has Amber's attention. I know it sounds fucked up, like, damn, you want that attention? But yeah, she probably does love that Tommy's still reaching out. Even though the comments in the text are nasty, she's still reaching out. Because when those text messages stop for real, and say if she figure out she blocked and Tommy's done, then you will see the crash out. You think this is crash out? Tommy's still responding. Amber still got her attention. When this shit goes silent, it's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly. So, exactly, K-Bear. Even negative attention is still attention to Amber. That. Let's get started, and I'll get to the remaining support. Thank you for oh, hold on. Actually, no. I want to check this, and then we'll get started, and I'll get to the remaining support. Paw Patrol said, poll, cheek pinching or Porcahanas. You sure you want to poll for that? That's not obvious? I'll do the poll. Let me get this started. But for me, that's an easy one. Maybe I'm not thinking of it correctly, or maybe I'm reading it wrong. Because Paw Patrol, the way I'm reading it, is you're asking, like, in the way that Sala... Is it Salah who cheek pinching? Oh no, he pets. Either way, cheek pinching or Pocahontas, I'll do the poll. Maybe I'm in the minority. I will do the poll. Give me 1 second, boo. Let me get started with Amber.
Like, this is fucking. This sucks so bad. It really doesn't make sense why she was with you. She was steadily talking shit about you to everyone. I know. Imagine how it was behind the closed doors, and I just fucking stayed silent.
Listen to these words. Imagine how it was behind closed doors, and I'm just staying silent. That means she was suffering, right? She was suffering through all the toxic behavior, and she was staying silent. She felt forced to stay silent and not expose these nasty things about her partner in their relationship, right? Okay.
Bro, I just stayed silent.
The day of the We Broke Up live stream was really stressful. She spent the day asking me if I was sure about my decision, guilting me about how she wasn't sure what she would do without me, trying her hardest to make me feel awful. I wouldn't be there to take care of her anymore, and that's what she was most affected by. During that live stream and the following ones, it was obvious to me that she was trying to insult me and put me down to the audience. Once Jade came into the picture, all manipulation toward getting me back ended, and there were no longer any moments of being nice to me. Everything became about rubbing this new relationship in my face, and making sure I knew how quickly she had moved on, and making the split up as hard for me as it could possibly be.
So, Tommy was out here talking shit about Amber to viewers, talking to some reactors, possibly, right? And Amberlynn had to shut up. She just had to remain silent and just suffer. That's crazy because back during the breakup era with Beck, Amber wasn't technically talking privately to viewers. She just did it publicly on her live stream in front of thousands of people, just talking shit about Beck, putting Beck down. Didn't give a fuck about Beck's feelings, didn't give a fuck about what Beck has done for her all these years. And in a lot of ways, Beck didn't actually speak up in that moment. Beck had a couple of, jabs here and there, but Beck had to eat that, especially because Beck was depending on that live stream money to start up their new life. So if Amber's crying this much over Tommy just talking to a couple of hate followers, imagine how Beck felt when Amber was doing it in front of thousands. Oh well.
I don't care anymore. However she plans on twisting it, I just don't care anymore. I can't care anymore. I know you and Rosie don't get along, but she's a good person. I mean, we've been getting along the last few days.
Oh, well. Well, again, there's a reason I need the Rosie stream to be the next one. So everybody put your drama on pause for a second. Give me a couple of days. But yeah, I believe it was in yesterday's stream because why am I forgetting her name already? I'll remember in a second. But I follow this account all the time. But they been following Rosie and posting clips and recaps. And Rosie was in that kitchen. No shock there. I guess she reached out to Amber recently because she's been going through it and didn't get the same in return. Amber wasn't there for her. And she said she understands Amber's going through a lot, but she seems very let down by Amber not being there. Actually, it's going to bother me not remembering her name. Give me 1 second. Mind you, I follow her. Give me 1 sec. Perfectly Imperfect. Why did I forget your name? Literally love that account. But Perfectly Imperfect has been posting recaps of Rosie. Hit my timeline. I said, oh, this budding friendship. already hitting some bumps. Keep in mind, I need them to become friends. It'd be great entertainment because it would go down in shambles. But it was very, very interesting. I love that. Go ahead, Amber.
I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack right here. You know how many times I wanted to message Alexis and just say you were right?
Also, message for Amber. If you move here and the inevitable happens, do not call me. I am not going to be your knight in shining armor, and I'm not going to come save you.
Like, you guys have no idea.
I do think these two will speak again soon. Low-key, I was waiting to see if Alexis would post even a quick 5-10 minute video, but I do believe Amberlynn and Alexis will speak again. Will they go back to not being friends once again? Sure, but I could see it. Even though Alexis is like, yeah, don't contact me. She said this last year, like, bitch, don't bother. I could still see them speaking again. I've said it before. I've said it in the past. Even Alexis and Amberlynn they have too many similarities for me. So
Yeah, because I feel like Alexis, like, even though see, I'm a fucking mess. Like, Alexis did some bullshit shit, but like, there were times where I was so low. I wanted to turn to Alexis because we used to be best friends. She would just get it. Immediately, she would just get it. I have that girl blocked. I just don't even want her in my life at all. But like, I just felt so alone.
she should learn to block Tommy the same way she blocked Alexis, just so we're clear.
Like, I don't know. All these reaction channels want to do is see me miserable. Point blank fucking period. Because when they
And why would you deliver that to people? Here's the thing. That's not completely untrue. There are enough people who dislike Amberlynn that do take joy out of her crime. I'm one of them. I'm not saying it's right, but fuck that bitch. I don't shy away from the idea that I believe horrible people should not know peace and go through horrible things. I don't shy away from that opinion. Where I get confused is why would you give that to people? If you know majority of your following are hate followers, mind you, you leaned into it, you built that audience, don't give them this. Why would you do that? Again, thank you. Thank you. Why would you do that though? Amber's a piece of shit through and through. And Amber could sit here and be like, oh, you just want to see this. You don't believe this. You don't believe. Shut the fuck up. There are dedicated videos, compilations to years of this bitch lying, years of disgusting behavior, years of supporting and saying some wild shit. Yeah, there are people who love to see it. I was laughing my ass off yesterday. Sure, I was laughing my ass off today while I was editing this. I mean, okay. And then she gives it to people. Please. I don't care. She should be miserable. She's a horrible person.
viewed me as someone who just got into a new relationship, they hated Emily. They hated her. And now that we're not
Why is she saying past tense though? Here's the thing. Hate, strong word. But I'm in the camp of fuck Emily. I mostly call her Tommy, but whatever. Fuck her too. It's still fuck Tommy. It's fuck both of y'all.
together anymore, they're all, oh, I've been talking to her. You guys are fucking insane. More insane than I'll ever be, and I'm pretty fucking insane. Yes, I did XL hoodie. Fuck him too.
Okay, so apparently Amberlynn struck the bottles channel. I wasn't aware of that. And when I saw that in here, I was just like, damn, I didn't hear anyone talking about this. Appeal, she can't sue. Your shit will be right back up within 10 business days. Amber's stupid.
She publicly accused you of doing what you are now accusing her regarding your pet. I'm not accusing her of nothing. I know what happened.
It's still an accusation. It's still technically an accusation. God, simmer down, bitch.
I was there. Why did we now break up? Because I'm probably fucking over it. Because this is what would always happen.
We would get in a little normal argument, like all
Hold on, I'll get back to the Paw Patrol. I'm not gonna hold you. That's why when you suggested the poll, I was just like, ain't this like easy? Because normally with the polls, but the fact that some people, uh, it's probably trolling too. But I'm just like, Pocahontas or hello, pinch this cheek and that cheek. Don't call me Pocahontas. Like I don't want that nickname. None of that. But yeah, we have some interesting people around here.
couples do. She would take it to the extreme, and then she would go online, publicly bash me somehow, some way, and then she would see how hurt it made me, and then she would say, "I will never do it again." Finally, when she reached out to Snowflake, I said to myself, "We're donezo. That is the last fucking straw." Like,
Again, and I know I may be repetitive here, but Snowflake is the last straw. Not, and don't get me wrong, yeah, that's whack of Tommy to do, but Snowflake is the last straw. Not the person on the oxygen tank, not the DMs to Feedy's, not talking to the viewer about her. Apparently, she did also get violent, Tommy. None of that. None of that. Okay. Talking to a reactor. Okay.
she hates Snowflake. Hates Snowflake. Like, what are you do? Like, no. Like, you are supposed to, like, when you're in a relationship with someone, you're supposed to love them, respect them, care for them. You're supposed to be safe with them.
Really? When you're in a relationship with them? Interesting. You're supposed to do all those things, love them, respect them, feel safe with them. Interesting concepts. Interesting.
I'm not safe with her.
I think the arguments that stand out the most for me are the ones where I got so overwhelmed that I had to leave the house and get away. One time, Amber, Eric, Ricky, and I were watching Adventure Time, and Eric changed the channel without asking. Amber, even though she did not like Adventure Time, and even though it was Eric's TV, had a huge blow up. I'd had enough, and I left without grabbing my wallet, my bra, or shoes. I drove an hour to my sister's and showed up at her doorstep barefoot and crying. I just wanted to escape.
And I do agree with Amber. You're supposed to feel safe. You're supposed to feel a lot of great things with your partner, even through the rough times. Damn. Beck ran out the house, showed up to their sister's front door, barefoot and crying, to escape Amberlynn. One would say Beck probably didn't feel safe. Beck felt the best thing to do is to leave their home and go be somewhere safe. I see when she says these things without any context, without knowing anything about Amber's history, you want to feel bad. It's just like, damn, yeah. But then all I have to do is just play a clip of one of Amber's victims, and then I realize, no, I don't feel bad. I don't. Not at all. Sucks. I guess maybe Amber knows just a little bit of how Beck felt. And the sad part is, Amber experienced it for a short amount of time compared to how long Beck was experiencing it.
Everyone warned you about Emily. See, the thing is, people just genuinely sometimes don't want to see me happy. And it was like that also with Feline. Like, you guys don't know this, but even though Feline was not really on camera, like, people harassed her workplace, her HR team. People are fucking insane.
Good thing a couple of things can be true at the same time. Yes, people have crossed the line time and time again in this space when it comes to the online space in general. Also, Amber's aware of that. Let's not forget the reason Feline was doxxed was because Amber pretty much spelled it out for viewers. Amber has been aware of what this space is, the following she has, the things that they will do to her partners as far as reaching into their real life. And she still thought it was a good idea to do that because she wanted people to believe so bad that she had a new partner. She wanted to throw that new partner in Beck's face so fucking bad that she didn't think for a second, let me protect this partner if I actually give a fuck about them. It's not hard to have a partner and say nothing. Make it clear they're remaining off the platform. It's not hard. I've done it. I've had viewers ask me, can we see a hand? No. Nope. Not a fuck thing. Nope. That's why when I went through the breakup, made it even easier for this. Because they not a part of none of this. Amberlynn is the reason that wifey was doxxed. When all she had to do is say, yeah, I got a partner, and that's all y'all gonna know. Nothing else. And she didn't even have to say that part. She really didn't.
Like, you guys have no idea the shit that people put up with for being in a relationship with me. So I'm done. I'm genuinely done. I don't want a relationship. I don't need a best friend. I don't.
What she means to say, what she's actually saying, I'll translate this for you guys. She doesn't want anyone outside of Tommy. All she wants is Tommy. If she don't have Tommy, she don't want nothing. That's what she's actually saying.
Need anybody. The haters get their way. They're probably all fucking fapping to this. Like, have fun.
When she said fapping, I actually did know what this meant. Because for those who weren't around, I just learned what gooning was about a week or two ago. So when she said fapping, I actually chuckled because I actually did know what this meant. I did. No, I ain't fapping to shit. I don't think people are fapping. Just laughing, pointing, and laughing.
Sounds like you really need to take a while from all social media. Take time for yourself. No, I'm gonna stay on social media. All right.
And that's exactly why none of this will work out for her or age well. Because if there's anything Amberlynn should be doing, it's actually taking a break offline to focus on her mental health, to focus on a plan to move forward, to really break this cycle, to call up a therapist and actually stick to a plan with them. The last thing she should be doing is still being online. But hey, it gives me content, so carry on, bitch.
But I'm gonna take time for myself. Amber, I think you were heavily manipulated.
Shut the fuck up, Rosie. Coming from Rosie to Amber, two manipulative bitches, please. And another reason I'm circling back to that big back over there, Rosie, is let's not forget how supportive of Beck Rosie was. Let's not forget about that. Was dragging the fuck out of Amber, rightfully so. That's what you do. You drag abusers, right? So supportive of Beck. Broke bitch out here sending big super chats to make sure she's centered in certain conversations. I didn't forget none of that. And because it's me and because I will make the time and I like to tie things together with receipts, I'm going to go make sure I get those clips where Rosie was hyping the fuck out of Beck and Destiny and wanting the best for them. But here she is today. Attention-seeking weirdo.
You have no idea. And it's gonna continue to happen, and I just have to like deal with it. And, you know.
In the initial days post breakup, did Amber try and make you get back together?
This is in response to the manipulation. Go ahead. Tell us, Beck. Let's remember some of Amber's manipulation.
Didn't think about that one. Or did she ever manipulate you to try and make you feel like you should get back together? Also, when you announced the breakup on stream, did she ever guilt you about it off screen? Or put it off for long periods of time?
The breakup live stream happened just a day or so after the breakup. I think she spent about 24 hours guilting me offline and trying to change my mind, then couldn't wait to go live and publicly make me feel guilty for my decision once it became clear to her that the guilt trip wasn't working. Even while Amber was dating Jade, she was still saying things to me like, you should feel like crap for dumping me like that, or I can't believe you dumped me like you did.
It'll continue.
So when Rosie says Tommy's a manipulator, sure, but let's not forget all the manipulation that we've pointed out with Amber and Rosie was co-signing. Let's not forget that. The truth is, Rosie is fucking exhausting. She's exhausting. Entertaining, but exhausting. Because she can't remember what point, what opinion she wants to stand by. As long as she just could get a sliver of Amber's attention, a sliver of that following, because she wants to make sure she gets a sliver of that paycheck. That's just going to go straight to fucking DoorDash. Huh. And keep in mind, this unemployed 33-year-old, and I'm referring to Rosie, who dry bags on the internet, got a few donations, and the other night was eating steak, and last night was drinking wine. Ordered wine to her house. I'm not saying when you're struggling, you shouldn't enjoy decent meals or kick back. That's not what I'm saying. But her priorities are so off, and we can see that because she makes her life so public. A steak? This is the same one who's sitting here on and on about how her glasses are still at her dude's house. Well, the boo, whatever, the convict's house. Take that steak money and take an Uber to go get your glasses since you're squinting so much. But I have a feeling she may not be able to see Jeff because Jeff is busy dunking his balls in someone else. Because there's no way I'm going to have my glasses, something so important still at your house, and I can't come pick it up or you can't come drop it off to me. Unless he's locked up again, which knowing this community, we know that by now. Why can't she get her glasses? And the more she talks about Jeff, you'll notice she's not, her spirits aren't as hopeful as they used to be. Sucks to suck.
Because, like, she's good at twisting things. I'm telling you. So it's like, I don't know what she plans on saying to Snowflake 1. Like,
That's what she's really scared about. She don't know what Tommy's going to say. And Amberlynn also knows, due to the reputation that she has, the very accurate reputation she has online, not much coming from her would be believed.
oh, it's just like, why does she do this? Why? It is genuinely the most craziest thing ever. I have never hit Emily.
Pay very close attention to this part right here, because Amberlynn is going to go on to list past partners she's never hit. She actually makes the statement she's never hit anyone, and then she lists partners, and she happened to skip a couple.
I've never hit Emily ever. I don't hit. I never hit Beck. I never hit who else have I been in a relationship with? Holy shit. Destiny, never hit Crystal. The list can go on and on.
What about Casey? What about Wifey? She said she never hit anyone. And I saw this comment in the chat earlier, and I do want to echo that. Amberlynn has thrown things. Even though that's not her physically touching someone, that still counts as hitting someone, and that still counts as abuse. Let's be very clear. But if we just want to focus on Amberlynn putting her hands on people, she's put her hands on Casey, and according to her bestie, Alexis, she put her hands on Wifey. Here's a quick reminder.
Amberlynn did tell me that she has hit Jade before and used to go through her phone periodically, like while Jade was in the shower. But she did mention one time that they were fighting and Amberlynn slapped her, and I guess Jade like pushed her and she fell to the ground. And I think it was a bigger deal than it actually was because Amberlynn obviously couldn't get back up by herself. And she said Jade didn't come to help her right away.
If you could, you would. Your body doesn't allow. Huh? You saying if I could hit someone, I would?
She didn't hit me. I think that if she had had the ability to, she might have, because she would get really angry.
Okay. So are you saying I can throw this at someone's head? Like, the fuck? I could take this and throw it? I'm just not a physically abusive person. God, get the fuck out of here. Like, you just want to portray me in like the worst way possible, bro. Like, just get over it. I'm not physically abusive. Point blank, period.
That didn't help her case. And Sarah, I put your comment on because I knew it was coming up. That didn't help Amber's case, not in the slightest. The thing is, throughout these streams, a pattern that Amberlynn had was showing outbursts that I don't think viewers have truly seen for her. We've seen Amberlynn like go off, but this is a bit different. And it's probably just a little bit of what her behavior has been with Tommy. And again, I'm not sitting here like, oh my God, Tommy, like fuck both of them. But it's only a sliver of that. This is probably the most unfiltered that I've seen Amberlynn on her channel. And live streams never really work well for Amberlynn because literally the mask does slip. But with these last couple of days, it's just like, oh, bitch. I can only imagine what's on that video. Whatever we're seeing here, it has nothing on what's on that video. It has nothing. It doesn't touch anything that's on that video. If that video drops, I think even though we may have an idea of what it could be, or we could, give some opinions, thought some conspiracies, I think majority of viewers will be completely shocked by that video. And that's probably one of the things that's freaking Amberlynn out. Whatever's on that video, there's a chance Amberlynn will never come back from. Sadly.
Oh my God. Oh, I just genuinely can't. I'm gonna have a lot more time on my hands now, so maybe I can live stream a little more often. What do you guys think?
Please don't.
I don't know. I don't want to be like live stream era. I lost a lot of people during live stream era. Um, and all the reaction channels are going to be kissing her ass because reaction channels, their number one job, make Amberlynn look bad so they continue to get money.
If she's saying, as a reactor, our number one job is to make Amberlynn look bad and make an income, Amber seems to be doing, like, really helping us out, ain't she? No one needs to have Amberlynn look bad. She's doing a great job on her own. And if she knows this gives a group of people that she can't stand more talking points, more content, which leads to more support, more income, why the fuck would she serve this on a platter for us? Not even a silver platter, a gold platter for us. The only thing hard about this, at least for me, is getting it edited down and in a package that is entertaining to viewers. Outside of that, baby, this was easy. This was nothing. This is a cakewalk. Why would you do that? That's their number one job. Well, thank you for helping, bitch. Speaking of income, let me get to some of the support that I've been receiving because Amberlynn did all this. Just entertaining us. I appreciate you, girl. Don't you stop. Just slow down, though, because I got other people to talk about, but don't you stop. Lady, thank you so much for the super chat. I wonder if Amber got upset at the oxygen mask pick because it excited Tommy or because Amber saw her future. Love that for her. I'm going to lean towards because it excited Tommy, and she probably does see, because Amber is a jealous person, but I don't think Amber cares if that's her future as long as Tommy's with her. If you told Amberlynn it is a guarantee you will be on oxygen and bedbound in the next year and a half, She will be fine with that if it means she stays with Tommy. If it means while she's bedbound and on oxygen, it is Tommy checking up on her, Tommy laying up with her at night, Tommy being on the phone with her all hours of the day, she will be fine with that. And that's the sad part. Amber don't care. She just cares about making sure she has her favorite person. And her favorite person is a fucking feeder by the name of Tommy. Sadly. Thank you, boo. 48 and friggin' fabulous. Thank you for the super chat. Do you know how fast this Puerto Rican would knock the spirit out that hole? Okay. Pocahontas right here. Hey Tia, would hear the cries. Listen. Oh, you said her Tia. Don't mind me. But her mama would hear the cries too. Matter of fact, I'd let her call her mom. Actually, no, let me not encourage that. Guys, violence is not the answer. Violence is not the answer. Playing video games is. Minecraft, Mortal Kombat. Should throw Sonic in there. I don't know. But yeah, violence is not the answer. Gotta be responsible with my platform, even if that means I have to lie. Anyways, Lucherios, I hope I said that right. Thank you so much for the super chat. Hi, gorgeous. Unfortunately, I'm in the Dirt Neck community in all creases, but I started my new diet today and now running to this stream. Unfortunately, I'm in the Dirt Neck community. If you're referring to FFG, baby, watch who you want. But I feel like you wouldn't be in her community if you're calling her that. Hold on. I'm in the Dirt Neck community and all the creases. But maybe you are. Enjoy, baby. Enjoy. Thank you so much. Dandelions, been watching you since 2019. You got me through my undergrad and I'm about to graduate with my master. Yes, much love and many thanks to all the laughs. Cheers. Y'all know what to do in the chat. Dandelions, congrats, boo. Since 2019. Damn, we've really been here for that long. We've been watching this bitch for 6 years. What does that say about us? But actually, it says a lot about you because, baby, you about to get your master's. I can't say the same, but I appreciate hearing these achievements. Please show Dandelion some love in the chat. Masters. I know that's fucking right. You better do it. Pocahontas Dordashian Reid. And we're going to touch on the Dordashian thing. You are shady, Charlie. Look beautiful. Thank you. Pocahontas Dordashian Reid. And you know what's so sad? Every bit of that, obviously not the Reid part, was Tommy dissing Amber. Because we're going to touch on that with the next stream that I have clipped. Like we're covering today, but it's a separate stream. Dordashian. Ain't no way. Ain't no way we'd still be together. Not a chance in hell. Jesus Christ could come down and say, get back with Tommy. And I would look Jesus Christ in his face and say, no. Because I'm going to hell anyway. So, anyways, Circus. Not only welcome to the Gold Cluster, welcome to the Welfare Fund. Ready, set, EBTs, 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 EBTs. I appreciate you. Could y'all imagine? And thank you again, Circus. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Imagine if like it was Tommy. Do you think you would have to like sprinkle chocolate syrup? I'm not gonna do that, to be clear. But you know how like this wouldn't probably entice Tommy, but I'd probably have to pour chocolate syrup or chocolate cake the way what's her name did, Rosie. If y'all have never seen that Rosie picture of her eating that chocolate cake as a feedie, another reason I wouldn't show my face on the internet personally. But could you imagine? Like it wouldn't be this. It would have to be like chocolate syrup and probably actually no, probably it'd be even worse than that. Maybe like beans or something. Like smoke. Actually, let me just get back to this. My bad, y'all. I'm putting too much thought into what would arouse her because I don't. Well, actually, no. Okay, last thing. It would be chocolate syrup, me sitting in a pool, or somebody, not me, someone sitting in a pool of chocolate syrup and the oxygen. So you just sitting in a pool of chocolate syrup and oxygen. Yep. Tommy, if you're around, can you just tell us real quick? I don't like you, but I'm interested to know. So someone sitting in a pool of chocolate syrup with oxygen, would that do it for you? And like a wheelchair nearby? Just wondering. Just wondering. Just interested. Do you use eyeshadow primer? I need a tutorial. Jax, thank you so much, boo. I actually use concealer majority of the time. I do have eyeshadow primer, but honestly, majority of the time, I use concealer and I just make sure to use some type of base. Sometimes I simply use a bronzer because my bronzers work as a blending shade. So sometimes I use a bronzer or a setting powder just to have that down before I go in with my eyeshadow. But honestly, majority of the time, just simply going with a concealer. If you need bright colors though, and even though I'm contradicting myself because this is low-key bright, I'm talking about like yellows, oranges, and stuff because I've been practicing, that does need a primer, at least for me. That does need a primer, specifically a brighter primer, so the color can still pop because it can become muted. But thank you, boo. Thank you for the super chat. Hello, oh no, hello there, Olivia. Thank you. DoorDashing is also crazy work. DoorDashing. Apparently, nobody reads Amber more than her ex, just like nobody read Chantel better than Natter. That's crazy. But thank you, boo. Rachel, thank you for the super chat. Why did I stop laughing at all the time? Why did I stop laughing all the time with you, Emily? And the crocodile tears that followed sent me into orbit. And that's the crazy thing. Like, truly, majority of people don't feel bad for this. Speaking of, let's get back to some more laughs. And thank you, Rachel. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you. See, Amber, look at that. Reaction channels want to just, baby, you made it easy. Thank you.
Much power to you, I guess. Can't wait to see how evil you were when you're exposed. Okay. Yep. I mean, I turned evil due to betrayal. Yes, I
I'm not kidding. That video is bad. I just know it. That video is really bad.
did. And that's like one of the only times. So good for me. I wasn't a raging cunt the whole fucking time, even though that's what I was called.
Wait, real quick, guys. I just want to answer this because I've been looking for this person. Butterfly, go to your comment and thank you for the super chat. Go to your comment from the other day. I linked it for you. I normally don't do that because I get worried if someone else sees it, they'll take the link. But it seems as though I'm assuming you didn't have social media. Go to your account. I mean, your comment from a few days ago, you'll see me respond with a link. And if that doesn't work, either email me. I prefer a DM on Twitter, but I actually sent you a link underneath that comment. But thank you again. Thank you, boo. Because I've been actually hoping you'd be in chat.
My favorite was when she told me she wants to knock my teeth down my throat. That was my favorite. While we were looking for Rarity in the truck.
But Mr. Snowflake is what took the cake. That was the line. Mr. Snowflake, not this. Okay.
Yeah, I'll never forget that one. That one was to my face, so you wouldn't be able to see that in text, but yeah, that shut me up real quick. I'll tell you that.
Pat, I want to echo this. If Amber admits doing evil against a girlfriend without proof coming out, it's bad. Exactly. Exactly. Whatever is on that video, again, Amber's not coming back from.
We were arguing, and she straight up said, I want to punch your teeth down your throat because I was crying so much. And it immediately shut me up. So there's that. Did Emily say she would hit you only once? Um, she has threatened to hit me twice, and one time, oh my God. Okay. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, it was the night that Rarity happened. I'm telling you, it was the worst fight that we had for sure. Um, I have a very bad habit, which I hate this part of me, and thankfully, like, I don't feel that heightened urgency anymore, thank God. Um, but I get this feeling where, like, if I'm in an argument and they're trying to, like, leave, I'll, like, how do I explain it? I'm just gonna try to give an example. So, we were in her room when this argument was happening. like, cause it started in the truck, it went into the kitchen, then it went up into the room, and then down to the like it was like it just all right. But at this point, we were in her bedroom, and she was trying to like leave the room while I'm like like I'm bawling. You guys thought I was bawling at the beginning of this live stream? No, it was a million times worse than that. So I'm like bawling, just like saying, I thought you loved me. How could you do this? And like she just did not care. And she was trying to like go into the bathroom to like hide. And it's like, I'm the sort of person I want to like talk about it now. So I was following her also into the bathroom. I have a bad habit of like following, saying, don't leave the room. We need to talk about this. Like, that's a very bad part of me that I will say. And I'm 100% accountable in that. Very bad of me. So
It's interesting how she words her behavior like, yeah, that's bad. That's really bad. Like, she struggles to really speak what her behavior is, even when it comes to how she addressed Beck. She tries to still downplay her behavior because going after someone during, first of all, already having the dynamic that they have, and then chasing someone who's actually trying to exit a toxic conversation or a conversation that can clearly escalate, because walking away can help de-escalate. Don't get me wrong, Tommy probably got a lot of fucked up shit that we don't know, but that is a form of trying to de-escalate. And what is Amber doing? Because she likes to be in control and she's not getting help for all her mental health issues, she's trying to push the conversation. And what is that going to do? Make things worse. Hold on. I just wanted to catch this comment. Where did it go? Because we're actually going to talk about it, but I missed it. To the viewer who actually mentioned where Amber had mentioned that she was changing or she changed so much when she was addressing her abusive behavior with Beck, I have that clip already in here. I just was trying to find your comment and I let it scroll too far, but I already have that comment in here. Amberlynn didn't change at all. She just got worse.
when I went to go walk into the bathroom, she kicked.
Ooh, hold on. I'm gonna run that back, but I have to grab this while I see it. Crazy how boundaries don't matter suddenly. Oh, you ate with this. Yes. And I'm happy. I'm happy you mentioned this and I caught it. Oh, sounds like a you problem. By the way, for those who don't know, sounds like a you problem has a lot more knowledge and education when it comes to makeup. So please pay attention to her comments, especially if you ask me about makeup tips and stuff like that. Listen, I'm a regular person, but she actually knows her shit. So she is recommending primer over concealer, and please listen to her. It's just, it still works for me, but listen to Sounds Like You Problem because she's actually giving me a lot of tips too, like a lot. That's one thing I'm grateful for when it comes to this community. There's all type of different people. Let me run it back because I want to hear that full sentence. Go ahead, Amber.
Bathroom to like hide. And it's like, I'm the sort of person I want to like talk about it now. So I was following her also into the bathroom. I have a bad habit of like following, saying, don't leave the room. We need to talk about this. Like, that's a
You should
very bad
change.
part of me that I will say. And
You
I'm
need to
100%
change.
accountable in that. Very bad of me. Um, so when I went to go walk into the bathroom, she kicked me. She's tall. She's taller than I am. She's like 5'7". She kicks me really hard in my stomach. Really hard. That is the only time that something like physical like that happened.
Can I get a demonstration though? Because she didn't elaborate on this. Was it like a donkey kick or a front kick? Like, I do like to picture. Well, when it comes to trash ass people, but was it like a donkey kick? Like, what kind of kick was this? And God, they still stay together. Mm.
And it was like right in my hernia, so that like really scared me, I will say that. But I immediately called my mom, like I'm like freaking out. Like my mom knows like everything. I called her all the time and she was begging me to come home and I would constantly say I am and then my mom would schedule to come pick me up. It was like this whole fucking thing. But then Tommy would genuinely like she would become nicer and like she was like crying one time that she didn't want me to leave and she wanted me to stay. So then when she was at work one time, I made her spaghetti dinner and like Caesar salad and like garlic bread. I wrote her a cute little note and I said that 5'7" is tall for me because I'm short. Um
Can't relate. I'm tall.
Made a note and I told her, you know what, I decided to stay. And like she was so happy that she cried. Like she would like do this thing where it was like vicious, vicious. I would say I'm leaving and then she would become nice and then it was like a constant cycle like this. And like during the arguments, she'd always be like, "I want you to leave," da, da, da. And I'd be saying the same shit. I'd be saying the same thing. She'd be telling me to leave. I'd be telling her I want to leave. But then when everything calmed down,
They fuck. That's the thing. And for those who've been saying this is their foreplay, it is. You leave. And then what do they end up doing? Having a whole slip and slide in that fucking bedroom with all type of condiments. They end up fucking and doing it again a couple of days later, or maybe the next morning. That's so toxic and so disgusting to think about. Someone did ask Amberlynn what was Tommy's favorite thing that she would eat, and she didn't want to answer that. But low-key, not only do I want to know that, I want to know what's the most common food that they use when they're fucking. Yep, I want to know. And for those who look, oh, that's nasty. Bitch, it ain't me. I'm just curious. I want to know.
she would always want me to stay and she would always talk me into it. Um, Hold on a second. And during that whole fiasco, so her room,
Oh my goodness, Moon 134. When you said that poor bed, you know where my mind went? What if they were doing all this on a waterbed? And before anybody says what waterbed could support Amberlynn, I don't know. That's not important. But imagine them doing all these top chef activities on a waterbed. Because if you think about it, okay, think about this. I don't know if people really ride whales, but you know how they ride dolphins, but Amber's too small to compare her to a whale. To a dolphin, you got to compare her to a whale. If they did it on a waterbed, Tommy could be riding her like a whale. Because you know the you get what I'm saying? I swear I need to come up with something. I need to put these thoughts somewhere. And if there's a feeder or feedy out here taking my ideas and you put it into some type of paid content, cut me my fucking check. Because I know there's nobody out here riding people on a waterbed like a whale. I just gave you that idea. Cut me my 10% and I'm not playing. Shit. If y'all see that shit come out in the future, remember who said it. I will.
like I'm not gonna lie, we both like have ADHD and ADHD piles. So her room would get like, she would have her pile of dirty clothes and she also had a rug and like a huge dog bed and then I had Twinkie's dog bed, so it was a very crowded place. And during in the frantic of it all, I remember I tripped over her rug. I landed into her. She fell on the ground. And I'm like, as that's happening, I'm trying to get her, like, as she's falling. I go to grab her off the ground. I will never forget this moment ever because I'm telling you, I called my mom hysterical. She's telling me, um, yeah, Grace, because anytime that I would start crying, she would leave the room completely.
that's that's actually a healthy thing to do. That's probably one of the healthiest things I've heard about their dynamic. And what does Amberlynn do? Chase her down. And this whole thing that the truth is no one knows what happened. Only those two do. And the truth is somewhere in the middle. We're never going to get the full truth when it comes to Amberlynn and Tommy. Again, I will believe most receipts, even though I know some of them will be cherry picked. So
That's what I had to deal with. Someone who did not care about my feelings at all. So,
Someone walking away from a heated conversation does not mean they don't care. Not necessarily. Can I also see Tommy intentionally doing that more often, knowing what reaction she could possibly get out of Amber? Sure. But that doesn't necessarily mean someone doesn't care.
so when I tripped over the rug and then I landed into her and she was falling, I went to grab her. It didn't work out very well. She still landed on the floor. And then she started like hysterically, how come you pushed me? I'm like, what is actually happening? So she like, I don't know. It was this whole fucking thing. And I was like, this cannot be real right now.
Can we be honest for a second? Amberlynn big as fuck. She's almost 600 pounds. If she accidentally hit me with her arm, I would probably feel like she hit me with a bat. That's the truth. So her whole thing, like, oh, she tripped and Tommy fell down. Yeah, that's a lot of force. That is a lot of force. That bitch is big as fuck. And then if it's coming off the tail end of an argument that she's trying to walk away from, it could seem as though she intentionally hit her. An elbow could do fucking damage on Amber. Like, be for real. And it probably could leave a bruise easily. But she don't think like that. Oh, let me actually end the poll. And the fact that it's that close. Why are the results that close? There was 1.2K votes. I appreciate y'all. What would you rather? 53% said Pocahontas and 46% said cheek pinching. Is there something with cheek pinching I don't understand? Y'all would prefer Pocahontas over someone pinching your cheek? I mean, don't get me wrong, that's probably annoying, but yeah, I had to be trolling. Because like, we can come back from you pinching my cheek, because I could be like, well, don't do that. Like, stop pinching my cheek. Unless the other cheek pinch away. But Pocahontas? Um, I don't know. Like, we never gonna talk again. I'm gonna curse you the fuck out. But like, we could come back from it. Oh, you think people misunderstood? Yeah, that would have to be the case. People misunderstood, right? Damn, this chat is flying. Thank y'all. I think people misunderstood the poll. Probably. I probably should have made it more clear, because ain't no way y'all would rather Pocahontas, because that we can't come back from that. Michelle, thank you for the super chat. Does anyone else think they are both in it together to get money from views? I'm very sus on both of them. I have heard this opinion many times. The reason I don't believe this is made up for views is mostly because of Tommy. Amberlynn, first of all, Amberlynn's bad at lying and not a great actress, especially when she's putting it on. But this is too good for her to be making these emotions up. Not only that, when it comes to Tommy, if this was discovered, right, that they made this up for views and it was to get money for them, it would do more damage to Tommy, because as Amberlynn goes on to mention, the harassment that Tommy has received is real. Like, I've seen it for myself. People be just tweeting shit that they okay with doing, and I'm just like, I'm not giving it attention. I'm gonna keep scrolling. The backlash would leak into Tommy's real life, and there are certain things Tommy is fighting that I don't think she could afford for this to spill over into her real life. That's why I don't believe this is made up. She has too much to lose. And some of that too much is a whole human. But yeah. Hello. Oh, hello there, Olivia. Charlie, you look amazing. Thank you so much, boo. Catching you live at the gym. What are your thoughts? You think they are both in it? Oh, wait, you just asked the same thing. No, there's no way. There's no way, only mainly because of Tommy. There's no way. And what Tommy has to lose. But thank you, boo. Thank you for the super chat. Charisma Lot, thank you for the super chat. Hey Charlie. Oh, thank you. Look sexy as always. I appreciate you, boo. Haven't been able to get into Discord. I can't find the link. Okay, so just to make sure, because I know I have to repeat it from time to time, there is a link in the description that has a tutorial that shows you how to link your YouTube account to the Discord. If that does not work, preferably, I would love if you guys can DM me on Twitter and I'll send you the link. If you don't have Twitter, which I understand some people do not fuck with that social media site, just use the email in the description and I'll send you the link. And thank you, boo. Smelly Dog, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you, boo. Oh wait, hold on. Did I not say thank you to you? Oh wait, no, I think you're a different member. Give me 1 second, y'all. Cyberspace, welcome to the Gold Cluster. And I'm pretty sure you're a welfare fund. God damn, there's a few of y'all joining welfare fund. I appreciate you. Thank you. Ready, set, EBTs. I appreciate you. I appreciate y'all. No matter the support, I appreciate y'all. But genuinely, when people join the welfare fund, I be like, sometimes I forget I have it. But thank you. Thank you so much. Emily, thank you. Welcome to the Gold Cluster, boo. The way your name is spelled is funny, especially knowing what Tommy's name is. But welcome, Emily. And we know you ain't that Emily. At least you better not be. Thank you, boo. Amber's dangling brother. Thank you for the super chat. She gained 78 pounds with Emily. Why would we like her? Amberlynn has it in her head that she can have a healthy relationship in general and also have a healthy relationship that she can present to viewers online. Emily was done. It was a dub for Emily back when those pictures surfaced with Emily's the late fiance. It was a dub. And then Amberlynn goes off to gain 80 pounds, proving viewers right. There will never be a space here where a feeder will be appreciated. At least not with me up here and a lot of other creators. No, not a chance in hell. I will say some disrespectful shit if Emily was to become a regular presence on her channel. Fruit Cup, thank you for the super chat. Mind you, her frontal lobe is developed. I mean, no, let me stop. That means something different for a lot of people, as we can see. But thank you, boo. Thank you for the super chat. Cyberspace, I appreciate you. People salad has poo-poo under those. People. Sala has poo-poo under them nails. Never forget that dude isn't. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to do it right now. But I just remembered what someone asked me to make a poll about, but I ain't going to do it right now. I'm going to let y'all breathe for a second. But just know, cyberspace, that future poll is inspired by you. So don't throw tomatoes at me. You did it. I won't do it right this second, though. I'll give y'all a minute. Sid, thank you for 9 months. The way she doesn't understand relationships, not at all. Not at all. And there are moments, I'm not going to hold you. There are moments that when Amber tries to connect some of her behavior to her childhood, I do feel bad. Because truly, when she was a kid, like she's a kid, the way she tries to spin that and use that as an excuse today, especially for her behavior, that's where she loses me. But there are times when she tries to connect stuff, and I'm just like, damn, that is fucked that she went through that. It is. I don't like the bitch, but it is, because no child deserves that. Rune, thank you so much for the super chat. I need wifey's side next. I really do. As much as I would love that, and I do respect that wifey walked out that door and never turned back. Not even for this. Because let's be clear, wifey speaking up even a couple of times to talk about her experience would clean up around here. When I tell you the bag, you guys know what it is. The bag that she would make. I respect that she chose to prioritize her personal life and her peace. She left and never looked back. But I would love it. But I respect that she hasn't. I do. Good for her. Your favorite Chubette, thank you for 4 months. Amber just wants to be claimed, positive or negative, and that's really sad. Not only wants to be claimed, she wants somebody there because she's codependent. She, in some ways, she can be actually worse than Chantel. She definitely wants to be claimed, but more importantly, she needs that person. That's why she needs them on FaceTime for hours. She needs them always picking up the phone, always being available, always tracking their location. That's something she could probably talk about in therapy, work through in therapy, but we all know that's not going to happen. And thank you again, Boo, for 4 months. Thank you, thank you. Megamind 3000. Oh shit, your welfare too. Hold the fuck up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ready, set, EBTs, EBTs, EBTitties, EBTitties. Thank you so much, Boo. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you for all the support. Ali Dottie, thank you for 7 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, Queen, and hello, chat. Love being here and the Discord. If you're in the Discord tonight, just know after the stream, it's messy shows. But thank you, and I appreciate you, Boo. Girl World is much easier English to digest when you have this community to talk through the madness. That. Thank you, Boo. I really appreciate you. The stature. Oh, hold on. I like making sure I said your name right. Smug and Smarny. The statute of limitation in Wisconsin for abuse is 2 years. Tommy still has time to file. Pocahontas should be worried. Well, technically, they'd be filing on each other. So get to. Could you imagine a court era? I would follow. I would follow a court era. And that's another reason too that I believe Tommy wants to keep Amberlynn still close. It's because with Tommy's background and profession, I don't think she could hold on to that and go through certain legal battles. I could be wrong because I'm not a lawyer. I don't know how that works, but I don't think she'd be very secure in her fields going through certain legal battles. Don't quote me on that though, because again, I am not a lawyer, not even close. G, I'm gonna get to you next. I just want to get back to this. Thank you for your patience.
Just genuinely cannot, like, I have never been so gaslit into thinking that the sky was actually the ground and the ground was actually the sky. I oh my
I'm gonna go back to this, but y'all have to see this. Rob first said court TV because I just talked about a legal era, and then followed up that comment with pork court TV. But I'm gonna shorten that instead of court TV, pork TV. Could y'all fucking if this go legal, Rob, I'm telling you right now, I'm taking that name and I will credit you. If we get a legal era, I'm calling the whole series where we follow that pork TV. Yeah. And Rob, full credit to you. Pork TV. I just want y'all, I really want to be a reminder to y'all. And I am in the boat with you. Y'all not seeing the pearly gates. Why the fuck would you say pork TV? Hold on. Why would you say that? Like, genuinely, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're not seeing that pearly gates. Nope. God damn. Oh. Yesterday, it was fuck you. I'm doing keto. Today, for me, it's pork TV. Oh, Jesus.
God, you would not believe, like, I was sending my mom, and at this point, like, after the whole fiasco and like she went away, blah, 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 I'm like hysterical on the phone to my mom. Emily is messaging me all this like the most crazy things I've ever heard of. And I'm like screenshotting all of it, sending it to my mom as we're on the phone, like video call. And my mom is just like, this is, I felt so bad that my mom had to like see me like that. Like, I'm not gonna lie and say I'm not toxic. I feel like a lot of people with BPD are, and a lot of people with BPD aren't. It's just life. I don't ever try to make BPD like seem some sort of way. You can't.
Fam, I know the fuck you didn't just say Law and Porker. Instead of Law and Order, you said, you know what? Y'all ain't shit. Y'all not shit. Y'all not shit. Not us creating titles for a damn series that may not, y'all really ain't shit. I'm Olivia though. I'm Olivia. I just want to make that clear. Actually, no, I don't want to be Olivia. Dope as hell, love her down. But I would need to get into my how to get away with murder bag. So I would have to be, you know, my cousin. So Viola Davis, I would have to be her. Someone else could be Olivia Doe. So if we do get into this era, this legal era, I call dibs on Viola Davis. I think it's only right because that's low-key my cousin too. So, you know.
Can have BPD and be cool. And you can have BPD and be toxic. It is what it is. And I'm here to admit I've done some toxic things. I'm not going to shy away from that.
Anita, I'm so different. I'm so different.
To the viewer who was bringing this up earlier, as I said, I already had the clip ready, so great minds think alike. Let's remember this right here. Just last year, she was saying, I'm so different. I'm so different.
Than I used to be 6 years ago. Oh my gosh. I look back and I watch those vlogs and I'm like, I don't recognize you. I don't recognize you. I watched Beck's video and I'm like, I don't recognize that person. Like the way that they described me in some situations, like.
I swear we're going to get back to it. I'm going to stay on track. I promise you. It's just Law and Porker, Special Velveeta Unit. Okay, back to Amber. Stay focused, everybody.
I was like, I don't recognize that person because it's like, wow. Like I genuinely have grown so much since being with them that like, and it's like now that I'm getting back into therapy, it's like, I'm about to fucking glow the fuck up mentally. Genuinely, I want to get my BPD under control like so badly because it's like some of the things that Beck said, I was like, yeah, like I did do that. I did do that.
And look at where we are today. Did she get that under control?
And it made me sad for like myself and for them. And it's like, it just, sorry, it's just a lot.
It's like scary to be in this position because it's like I know how she is and it's like she's plotting her revenge right now and it's like that's the part that I'm afraid of because it's not the stuff that's real that I'm afraid of because I'm willing to like genuinely be like, yeah, sometimes I can be unhinged too. Yeah, blah blah.
Instead of Law and Porker, we can make the show The First Fatty 8. That's a play off of The First 48. The First Fatty 8. I'm going to hell just for laughing at this shit. I'm going to hell just for putting this on screen. I know the fuck you didn't just say The First Fatty 8. Lord, all I did was read it. I cannot. The First Fatty 8. That was so good that we need to bond. We need to bond.
Look like a giant baby.
You ain't got enough of this fever, I know, I know. Nothing would remain and you don't wanna go, so go. Cause you're picking your pace, no time to waste. I wanna love you but life doesn't wait. You can't stay here and waste away. You need to taste every mistake, fall out and get up again and again. Again and again and again and again. I'll be with you always. You don't need to be afraid. And I'll meet you up, I'll meet you at the. I'll be with you always. You don't need to be afraid. I'll meet you up, meet you at the end. Don't you know what happens to dreams you don't follow? They crumble. You know I can't stand what you're getting so hollow. So go. Cause you're thinking your pace, no time to waste. I wanna love you, but life doesn't wait. You can't stay here and waste away. You need to taste every mistake, fall out and get up again and again. Again and again and again and again. I'll be with you always. You don't need to be afraid. And I'll meet you up, I'll meet you at the. I'll be with you always. You don't need to be afraid. I'll meet you at the end.
You know how I imagine y'all, some of y'all looking at me when I go straight to the break? This is what I imagine. Like, not this again. This bitch. Listen, the only thing that would change with those breaks is different clips. Just different clips. I love us. I don't care what nobody say. I love us. We fucking dope. We are fucking dope. I don't care. G, thank you, boo. Thank you for the super chat. Didn't get the job I wanted and was feeling really down, but thank you. Thank you, Charlie, for making my day. Love you, queen. G, remember, that door closes because there's a bigger one you're going to walk into. Don't ever be too down about not getting the job you think that is for you. Just keep that in mind. Trust me, I've been turned down for a couple of jobs, and baby, thank God I was, because the better one was waiting for me. So just keep that in mind, keep your head up, and keep moving forward. And thank you for being here, boo. LJ, thank you for 42 months. Thank you. You're gorgeous always. Thank you. Love the eyes today. Thanks. You know, maybe I could wear it in Hawaii or something. I appreciate you. Frugality, thank you so much for the super chat. Hey, Charlie, school is about to start. Baby, no tears. It's a good thing. I appreciate you, boo. And keep me posted on how school goes. You know, I love to hear it. Sounds like a you problem. Charlie using concealer as an eye primer is a big no-no. Oh, see, I didn't see this yet, but we gonna talk in Discord because I really do. Actually, you know what I want? Sounds like you problem. I would love, not in super chat, just tell me in Discord. I would love some of your top primer recommendations. That's what I should do. What are some of your top primer recommendations? And I'll get them and give them a try because I genuinely do trust your opinion. So listen to Sounds Like a You Problem, y'all. Again, I was just giving my opinion, but thank you, boo. Thank you. Butterfly 420, period. Oh, did I? Oh, yeah, I got your super chat earlier. So I answered that, but thank you for your super chat. Mecca, damn, I'm late. Baby, you right on time. Don't worry. I did the poll without knowing context. Side note, makeup is giving 6 foot. Thank you. Thank you. The blue, not her having a valid proof, show proof that that's what we're waiting on. But she want to get back with Tommy, so we may never get it. Abysmal Bunny. Oh, I got yours earlier. Thank you again. Thank you for the super chat, boo. Dark West 77. The way I keep singing Jim Jones, "We Fly High," whenever she says I was balling. Oh my God, do you remember back in the day? Let me tell you, my hood ass. Back in the day, you couldn't tell me nothing about Jim Jones, Dipset, all of them. Remember back in the day, balling. Mind you, on minimum wage, balling. I didn't give a fuck. Tim's order. Oh my God, those were the days. Those were the days. Dipset, you couldn't tell me shit. You couldn't Santana. Me and Santana, you couldn't tell me and Santana wasn't gonna have babies. But then Santana, for those who know, ended up on Love and Hip Hop, and I saw the clown that he became. I said, oh, you should just stuck to music. Let my imagination stay where it was. The problem is some of these musicians, when they start speaking or let us into their private life, ugh, ugh. Hell no. Wait, hold on, give me 1 second. Why is everybody responding to Miss Hussey's Gucci scarf? Thank you for the super chat. Pork in order. SV Pooh. Bitch, we got a winner. We got a winner. Between you, Ain't No Sneezes Jesus, and what was the first one? Oh my God, I forgot who said the first one. We have a series on our hands. We have a series on our hands. Screenshot this. We have a series on our hand. Miss Hussey Gucci scarf. First of all, your name always gets me. Now I see why I was like, why is everybody reacting to that super chat? And so I needed to see it in real time. Like, thank you, y'all. Thank you. Mecca, the Spartan kick. No, the reason why I think it was the donkey kick. Thank you, Mecca. Spartan kick, and she bounces back. Ain't shit. The reason I don't believe it was a Spartan kick, and I get it like and that's another thing that man fine. But anyways, the reason why I don't believe it's that, because that could possibly hurt Tommy's ankle. Donkey kick, because if you do it with the heel, I feel like it's. But then again, I guess that could hurt your Achilles. Let me not put so much thought into it. Thank you, Mecca. But I need a description on that kick. I do. Let's finish this up so we could get to the makeup stream. And I'll get to the rest of y'all. I appreciate y'all.
Blah. It's the stuff that I'm terrified of her lying about because she's already done that. Like she's already lied about.
No, I lied. Hold on, because I just seen this. Moon134, you were the next super chat I was going to read, but the reason I'm going to read it right now is because I'm going to put this poll up. Which girl's mattress would you sleep on for 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep? So I'm saying it out loud so you understand the full context, because I'm going to just put which girl's mattress would you sleep on. 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep. Not Mecca, sorry. Moon, it's because I just read Mecca's super chat. Moon, baby, you on it. Yes. 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep. Whew. My people, y'all, when y'all paintbrushes get to work, thank you. Go ahead, Amber. Take it away while I put up this poll.
Like, while we were in a relationship, lying about me online. I think people don't see their fetishization as human. That's why it was so easy to be cruel to you. It's gonna be really, really pathetic when I say it out loud because it's pathetic thinking it. I've also thought it for a while, and I've also journaled about it. So it's a thought that I've had. But like, I didn't mind being someone's fetish as long as they also loved my heart, you know? Like, as long as they loved who I was as a person, like, that mattered to me too. It just fucking sucks so bad.
I got in the stream late. Are you and Tommy still together? Yes. Like, we did have a moment where there was like a breakup thing that was rumbling, and I saw it, and I genuinely thought that was going to happen. And I was like, you guys won. Like, you guys fucking won. That's how I felt it, like, down to my core. And then we realized, like, that's not fair to us because we know the truth. Like, that's not fair at all, you know?
Take that poll. It is up and ready to go while Amber gives these stupid excuses.
I'm so happy for your happiness, but scared for you. I get it, because when you see things online, you're like, whoa, this is crazy. And when reaction channels take that information and they fill in the holes themselves, it becomes a lot. And you start to believe what you're seeing. And I get it. I get that.
Only for a lot of reactors to end up being right, because look at where we are today.
But I am telling you that what you're hearing is not true. And I don't know how else to prove that besides just be myself and be true to myself. And both of us be true to each other. And I know a lot of people are gonna be like, well, Amberlynn, this is your karma because of how you were in your past. Fine.
I just want to point out to Mars and anyone who doesn't want to vote, if you do not vote, I'm throwing you into a threesome with Rosie and Tommy. So it's either you take the poll, or that tells me you would want to be in a threesome, like willingly, with consent, obviously. You would want to be in a threesome with Rosie and Tommy. Your choice. It just tells me who you are.
Oh my gosh, should I delete this live stream? Oh my god, this live stream, everyone's gonna already see it anyway. One last thing to say to Emily. Jesus.
I'm over here laughing at everybody's reaction in the chat. Go ahead. Amber, start crying. I love y'all.
Take the wheel. Oh my god, I could say so much. All I wanted to do was love you. And you only ever made me feel like hated. Like, genuinely. I wish things could have been different. Like, I wish you wouldn't have hurt me in the ways that you did.
Just in case you missed it, someone asked Amber right here, like, one last thing to say to Tommy. So she's speaking directly to Tommy here. Again, this is her cry to Tommy because they're probably going to end up back together.
I wish you wouldn't have lied, betrayed, over and over, hid things from me, said awful things to me. Like, all I ever wanted to do was love you. I'm genuinely not gonna deny the fact that, like, even through it all, through all of it, I'm going to miss her.
They'll get back together. And that's the end of that stream, the rest of that stream that I didn't finish. What we're gonna do is get into the makeup stream. I'm gonna let the hold on, let me see. I want to let the poll simmer a little more. Hold on. Let's see. I'm gonna see where we're at as far as votes. Only 465. I need that to go up a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is go on to the next stream, the makeup one, and we'll go over that together.
You guys have no idea how tired I am right now.
When I first clicked into her stream and saw this, she looks like shit. She looks like shit.
But I only slept an hour. I can't sleep. My mind is just a mile a minute.
Being this big and looking so deadly, because it's giving corpse a bit, I bet you this looks very appealing to Tommy. Look at this. She looks sick, just big and sick. I bet you Tommy think this shit is cute. Ew. Imagine seeing this and it's a turn on.
I said I would go live to get ready, do my makeup. So we're gonna do that. And you literally look like a 75-year-old escaped mental patient.
Where's the lie? And let's not disrespect 75-year-olds because you don't make it to 75 at 600 pounds. But yeah, I get what they were putting down. Yeah, she looks wild.
Okay. Like, what the fuck? Um, oh no, I just can't sleep. What are we getting ready for? I'm gonna hang out with my mom. My mom's gonna obviously be sad for me, but she's gonna be relieved because she wanted me to break up with Tommy forever now. And it's like I was in a toxic cycle and I would say that we were broken up, it would last a day. And it would just be like, you know, um,
Before she gets to that, I wanted to make sure I touch on this. Obviously, her mom's probably going through a lot, seeing that her daughter's going through all this, right? But I really hope, because I genuinely think Amberlynn and Amber will try to mend things. But Amberlynn needs to fully understand Tommy will never be accepted by anybody in her life. Damn sure not by the strangers on the internet that pay her bills. It won't be her mom. It won't be her bingo friend or any of her online friends. Tommy will never be accepted by these people. So at some point, if she really wants to work things out with Tommy, eventually the time will come where Amberlynn will probably have to choose between some really important people in her life and Tommy. And the sad part is, I could see her possibly choosing Tommy, sadly. Let me actually end the poll. Hopefully that number did go up, but still, it didn't go up by much. Yeah, I tried it. Which girl's mattress would you sleep on? 53% said Rosie, period, because that's what I was going to pick. 38% said Amberlynn, and 7% said Chantel. And 7% is probably Sala and anyone who shares the same kink as him. Because that's the order for me. It would have to be Rosie, Amber, and then Chantel. Because I know Amberlynn wipes her ass on rags, but it's an attempt. Chantel is a different story.
why did you say the Tumblr had the worst things imaginable when it was just bigger women, fat phobic of you? I guess I can go into detail as much as I don't want to. Um,
Not someone saying the 7% chicken tenders. The 7 is FFG. Not the 7% being FFG and all her chins. Could you imagine if each one of FFG's chins had a sock account on Twitter? And she'd be directing them like, you tweet this, you tweet this, you tweet this. And you know she paid, so she probably got each one of her chins a cell phone. different burner accounts. So y'all be thinking the Chinians is just viewers. Nah, her chins be putting in work too. Shit, they eat well. They eat good. Shit.
It was naked women that were bigger than me. And the first photo I saw, which the one that is engraved in my mind, I don't even want to say it. Mm,
Shut up, Amber. Hold on. I see everybody responding to this specific super chat. Oh, hold on. Courtney, thank you, Boo, for the super chat. Hey, Charlie in chat. I'm recovering from a below the knee Oh, my life has changed so much in the last week. I'm terrified, but I'm strong. Your lives have brought entertainment and happiness in such a rough time. Love you. Courtney, I'm wishing you the best, Boo, a speedy recovery, and you got this. You got this. I know going into the unknown is probably scary, but you're strong. Thank you for sending Courtney love, y'all, because I saw so many people responding. I'm like, what is this? I appreciate you being here, and you got this. Stay strong, Boo. I wish I caught this earlier.
I'm not going to be forced actually into saying things I don't want to say, but mainly because it's embarrassing for me and I do have a little bit of not only dignity, but I also like in some weird fucked up way, I still
This is so off topic, but I feel like this would be. Hold on. TJ, if this is you, can you DM me in Discord real quick? Because I'm going to add you as a mod, and I never see you under your account. Hold on. I just modded you because I never see you under your account, and I've been meaning to do that. Just DM me in Discord. If it's not you, I'll take the wrench away from the person. I just feel like that would be ironic that they would have the same spelling. But sorry, y'all. I just wanted to say that.
love Tommy and it fucking sucks. Um it sucks to be the person that I am really. I think it would help your case to be transparent. I get that 100%. And it just wasn't good, okay? It just wasn't good. Are you worried Tommy will leak the security cam footage? No, because like I even said in my live stream, I crashed out bad. Um, when she would betray me or hide things from me and I would find out, she would stonewall me so hard, which then would trigger me even harder. It was awful. And I would flip 100%. Like I said, I go up octaves. I get loud. I cry a lot. And it's just how it would go. Crashing out is valid, girl. Yeah. Like I would say sorry for things that I didn't even do just for peace. I would admit to things that I didn't even do just for peace because I became that like that insane. I felt insane. Like I
Even though Beck didn't describe it as insane, I do remember Beck sharing their experience a bit similar to that, like apologizing or letting go of conversations just to appease Amber, just to be able to move on and remain peaceful. That's why, like, listening to Amber, there are pieces of what she's saying that sounds so similar to Beck. And keep in mind, Beck went through this for much longer than Amber. And Amber sat on this platform and tried to shit on Beck's experience, got upset that Beck made some type of income from their experience, sharing their experience. And to fast forward and see where she is today.
genuinely felt insane so many times. Every time she would say something awful about me online, well, literally, we were just saying how much we loved each other, or we just had like TMI, but FaceTime sex, or I just sent her a naughty picture, or I just, and you know what's crazy? I've like heard about reactive abuse, and I'm gonna go ahead and say, like, the way that I would react, like, my reaction to, like, the way that she would treat me, or my reaction to the lies, my reaction to the betrayal, my reaction to the secrets, my reaction to the emotional abuse, etc., can absolutely be seen as abuse.
It would be abuse. And let's not forget that clip I just played. Amberlynn felt she had changed so much. She'd be seeking therapy, all these things, and look at where we are. She wants to downplay her behavior so badly. And I know I keep repeating myself because that video is that bad. We have watched Amberlynn on this platform for years, at least most of us. I know some people are new. Amberlynn, and this is an attempt at accountability. Amberlynn and accountability do not go in the same sentence, and this is an attempt. So for her to be attempting accountability before we actually truly see what Tommy is referring to with that video, it's something. She better pray.
100%. And I am not going to sit here and deny those things. Like, I am going to be 100% upfront. I would become unhinged when she would hurt me. I would become so hurt that I felt like I didn't even want to be on this earth anymore. And I would talk to my mom about it, and my mom, like, genuinely would hate hearing me say that, but it's like I did not want to, like, be alone in those thoughts, and my mom was, like, the closest person to me, you know, and I know my mom loves me unconditionally, but, like, so many times I genuinely just wanted to just end it all. I was like, "This is not," like, she would hurt me that bad, and I know sh
And multiple things can be true. I'm not going to speak to if Amberlynn felt like that. I don't actually want to listen. Her mental health was never great. So I could imagine a situation like that making it worse. What I do want to add to that, Amberlynn was struggling mentally so bad that she had different thoughts she shared with her mother, the person who brought her into this earth. So imagine the stress that Amber's mom probably has seeing her go through the emotions, go through this toxic relationship, and not being able to convince Amber to walk away. It's probably similar to Beck's mom holding a whole intervention and praying that their child that they brought into this world would leave their abuser before they passed. I cannot say this enough. I do not give a fuck about what Amberlynn's going through. I do not have any sympathy for this bitch. If they got back together, I'll sip to it. But the same stress that Amberlynn's mom is going through is probably very similar to the stress that Beck's mom went through. And let's not forget that nasty ass voicemail that Amberlynn left Beck's mom. So, sucks to suck. Amber's mom will figure it out just like Beck's mom had to figure it out as well, huh?
she's gonna come out, do some interview, become besties with the reaction channels, twist everything. I know it's gonna happen, and I know it's gonna be believed because of my past, and I just have to, like, literally just accept that. But that's what's gonna happen. Did she cheat? So, I have boundaries in my relationship that she knows, um, and accepted. We both have boundaries. When you get into a relationship, you say those boundaries, what you accept and what you don't accept. What's loyal to you, what am I trying to say? What your definition of loyal is, like, those things need to be shared and expressed.
actually want to comment on this because Pat, you just reminded me about this thought I had. Pat Ray says Emily is going to keep holding that over her head real good. Snowflakes has said it's up to Emily. If when part 2 of their text interview or other information comes out, so the feeder gets to play her. This is another thought that I had, and you reminded me. Thank you for this comment. There is a chance, as much as myself included, a lot of people are looking forward to what is exposed about Amberlynn on that video with her behavior. There's a chance we won't see that anytime soon. And the reason why, I, again, genuinely think they're probably going to get back together. So this round of mess is probably not when it's going to come out. It will come out next time they break up and it gets uglier. If it goes like that. If there's a chance they're trying to work things out right now, that video is not coming out. Because that is like the final boss, is that video. Tommy, that calculated bitch, that nasty bitch, she knows this and she's going to hold on to that. So if they're trying to work things out, that video is not coming out. But the next round of their breakup, it will get even nastier, and that's when the video will drop. I believe. I could be wrong, but I believe. Let me see. Lady, I just saw this because I see everybody responding to it. Thank you for the super chat. Love you, Charlie, in chat, but I gotta tap out. Amber has been triggering me on and off over these days, and hearing her cosplay as a victim is triggering again. Sending love to all survivors out there. Lady, and I understand, and I appreciate you, and I commend you for putting your mental health first. For anybody watching, do not ever let Amber or even being here to support me and kick it with me come before your mental health. So, lady, I will catch you. I hope you return, but obviously put your mental health first. And thank you so much for being here. Take the time you need, boo. Take the time you need. And let me actually get to a bit more support. Michelle, thank you for the super chat. Orange chicken glaze. Thank you, boo. Thank you for the super chat. Amberlynn is so scared to be alone with herself. She'd rather be in a toxic relationship with food, partners, or friends. Anything to not do therapy, I guess. That ain't that wild. And thank you guys for sending lady some love. Thank you guys. K's Eyes TV, thank you so much for the super chat. Do you think Amber crushes the wow. Do you think Amber crushes Doritos and Tommy eats it off her cat? I could see that. Doritos. And then it probably looked like some nacho because like, and then like with the hairs, it might look like ground beef, and then the Doritos on top. K's, I see what you're putting down. I see it. It is so awful that I read that after us trying to encourage somebody, and then but we all over the place. It's okay. Sis, thank you so much for the gifted members. I appreciate you, boo. Thank you. And to new members, enjoy. Again, you have access to the Discord when you Supreme or higher. Chicken tenders, thank you for 47 months. It sounds like Amberlynn met her match, just like how Chantel met her match in Natter. Exactly. Sucks to suck. If they were better people, maybe a lot more people would have sympathy and actually give a fuck, right? Plum, thank you for the super chat. And she still had to be forced out that house. Exactly. But everything going on with Tommy. Just like this relationship, it's not ending unless Tommy says so. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. Thank you, boo. T, thank you for 5 months. I hate the use of bad habit. It's not biting fingernails or smoking cigarettes. It's an example of controlling behavior. Wishing all the worst for her. Exactly. But anything to downplay it, right? Anything to downplay it. Justice, thank you so much for the super chat. Porcahontas, damn, it's crazy how much that name is going to stick. Porcahontas might make me laugh, but pinching my cheek as insult, I would swing. I mean, same. But Porcahontas, though, I guess if it's a joke, but I was, by the way, when I said same, I was agreeing to the swing part, but like, nah, Porcahontas, I can't. And if it's coming from my partner, oh, I would just die. But I in a joking way, I actually don't want them joking like that either. I was gonna say joke. No, don't joke like that. But thank you, Justice. Justice, thank you, boo. The Petty Fetty, thank you for the super chat, boo. I have two co-workers in Girl World. Okay. We all wait, hold on. We are cows. Hold on. Me, Yaba. Oh, I get it. You guys are me, Yaba, and Zach. I'm proudly CG. Ow, perfect. I love that. Y'all are other coworkers. Thank you. They think y'all we are crazy, but we are always cracking up. Listen, if you could find that in your real life, if you can find people to be locked in with this in your real life, you really won. You really won. I know that's right. Me, Yaba, and Zach. Period. Period. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you, Petty Fetty. And you better be out there making me proud. Oh, Blarian50, thank you so much for the very, very generous super chat. Fuck FFG. Here's my money for your Hermes bag. Let her try and stop your bag, bitch. She wishes. She wishes. Thank you, boo. Thank you, boo. I don't know if she was talking shit tonight, or if you're referring to maybe you're getting caught up on my other content and future content. But either way, I appreciate the support. I appreciate the support, boo. And I want to repeat for those who have been hearing me out and seeing the receipts for yourself, not just words. Thank you for being there. And yes, we will have more FFG content this week. As long, hold on, let me put this part in there. As long as no other crazy shit pop off. Just if these bitches could be on a quick timeout while we get caught up and then mix in some FFG in there. Cause again, her brother. Thank you again, boo. Thank you, Raining. To make Tommy mad, she should take a picture in Gymshark. In Gymshark, well, no, they don't. Does Gymshark come in her size, Amber size? I don't think they go up to like 8X, but I can see it. Taking pictures in workout clothes. No, you know what's so crazy? You know what might make Tommy mad? And thank you again, Raining. Because you know how Amber was like, Tommy loves my legs. Tommy loves my legs, which is if she took pictures in compression socks. You know Tommy would hate if Amber put on some fucking compression socks. Think about it. Think about it. I'll get to the rest of the support. Thank you so much, y'all.
And she knew those things. That's all I gotta say about that. 1 hour of sleep. I hope that I sleep good tonight. Somehow I doubt it. I think what has been like the most craziest part for me is like all the reaction channels and all the haters like literally hated Tommy. Like hated Tommy. Despised.
Again, with the past tense, there are a lot of people who still hold that opinion. Please. Just because there are viewers and creators willing to hear what Tommy has to say doesn't mean they support Tommy. Like, those things can exist together.
Tommy. And now they want to platform her. And people who like believed Beck, believed Destiny, people who believed them like so quickly, like are automatically like turning an eye to what Tommy has done to me. And it's making me realize that like through everything, I started to like believe a lot of the haters and a lot of the reaction channels and like the horrible things that they would say about me and think about me. And I've realized none of that shit's real.
No, it is very much real. See, Amberlynn is trying to justify her past criticism by trying to tie it into some people, which is a very small percentage, who may be changing their opinion on Tommy. And again, very small percentage. No, there are compilations that exist that play her words, her actions that cannot be excused. So a lot of the criticism through the years are still very valid today. Please. Amberlynn hasn't changed. She's only gotten worse.
None of that's real. Like they genuinely just they will side with whatever makes me look the worst, no matter what it is. They will literally sell their soul to the devil. And then there was another thing that she replied saying, someone was like, "What season of of this, and she responded saying, "Keeping up with the Kardashians," which I get it. It's funny. Ha.
I gotta run that back. Yeah, I gotta keeping up with the door. We're gonna run it back. We gotta run that back. Tommy been out here dragging Amberlynn for months.
She responded saying, "Keeping up with the Kardashians," which
I didn't go back far enough. Hold on. Okay, Amber, go ahead.
like they genuinely just they will side with whatever makes me look the worst, no matter what it is. They will literally sell their soul to the devil. And then there was another thing that she replied saying, someone was like, "What season of this?" And she responded saying, "Keeping up with the Kardashians," which I get it. It's funny. Ha ha.
Has anyone actually uncovered the sock account? Because the type of work and investigation work that viewers have done in this space, we need a compilation of all the times that Tommy was dragging the fuck out of Amber on those forums. There has to be someone working on it. Please put it out. I will boost it. I will also read it on my own platform. But for the person working on this or the group of people working on this, please tag me when you release the compilation of everything Tommy was saying under those sock accounts. Please. Keeping up with the Kardashians. And that's probably after fucking Amber. Amber probably laying right next to her. She's on those forums dragging the fuck out of her. Really think about that.
Let's all laugh. Let's get a kiki out of it. Like, ha ha, funny, funny. But it's like you're saying that about your girlfriend. Like you're fat shaming your girlfriend, like behind her back. Like while she never speaks badly about you, besides like when she's venting to her mom, of course. Um, like I've never said anything bad about her. She never denied her fetish though. You did. Why? So the whole thing about lying, like in the beginning about her not being a feeder and this and that, it's because she told me to.
Butterfly, I'm not putting your comment on screen just because I don't want to like trigger anybody, but I hope you're safe, boo. Stay indoors. Stay indoors.
She told me to. She did not want people knowing that. So I lied for her. um so let me explain, because I have a feeling people are gonna be like, oh, but let me explain timeline. So in the very beginning, when it all started happening, I would constantly tell her on the phone, I would never be with a feeder. Like that's crazy. I would never do that. Da, 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 da. Like I want to be healthy. Da, 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 da. And she would always be like, yeah, totally. Well, yeah, now that everything's out in the open, she's never gonna forgive me, and I can't be with her, even though I would constantly forgive her over and over repeatedly.
They're still going to try. They are still going to try. Please be for real. They are still going to try.
But it's like, okay, so when I first got with her, like everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, she's a feeder." Da, da, da. And I would tell her like, "Oh, I don't believe any of that. Like, I would not be with a feeder like at all." And she'd be like, "Oh yeah, totally," And we wouldn't really talk much about it, but like, I would tell her like, I'm trying to lose weight, blah blah blah. Like, why would I want to do that? Blah blah blah. So she would deny it over and over. So I was in Wisconsin. It was during the night of the big betrayal, like when I found everything. Um, I saw that she was on Phoebe, and that was the site with all the bigger women or whatever.
You guys, real quick, send Karina some love in the chat for me, please. I'd really appreciate it. I hope you speedy healing. Sorry, I'm stuttering all over the place, but I'm happy you're here, boo. Take care of yourself and make sure you follow doctor's orders. But I'm happy you're here, boo.
And my jaw was on the floor. Like, why would you have to be on there? Like, genuinely, like, why? Like, that doesn't even make sense to me. And she would come up with like all these excuses as to why she was on there. And it just didn't make sense to me.
Here's the thing. Amberlynn didn't even need that. The whole being on that feeder website. Everything she saw with Tommy and Tommy's late partner, no explanation made sense. Amberlynn didn't need all this stuff to follow because she had it all laid out for her. But she wanted to believe anything Tommy said to just stay with Tommy. It didn't matter what people dug up. It didn't matter what website her and the late fiance were on. And she still stayed after this. And she will still try to get back with Tommy after all of this.
But I ended up going in the little message part and I saw that literally while we were in a relationship, like a month after we started dating, she messaged some girl saying that she was sexy. So that was fun. But she messaged this masked lesbian and said, "Oh, I know how rare it is to be a masked lesbian that's a feeder because so am I." And that is when I found out the truth while
She already knew the truth.
in Wisconsin. So that's how long like it took me to find out the truth.
And they probably still fuck that night. So what's the point of all this? What's the point of saying all this?
And still to this day, she denies that she is one, which is really confusing and weird because I saw the message with my own eyes. And I'm telling you guys, that night was horrific. Like, and you know what? I could, oh my God. There was just a lot of betrayals. There was just a lot of betrayals. That's all.
You know what I want to know? And it probably will be uncovered one day. And I truly believe this. I want to know what sock account Tommy is on when it comes to reaction channels. Tommy is so deep in following forums and following so many things. There's no way you're not telling me Tommy's not on a sock account in a lot of these chats. I do wonder. There's times I look at the chat and I'm like, I wonder, and not to say like she would be watching me. I know she's watching Jordy. I know that. I know Tommy's watching Jordy. I wonder which account is Tommy. And the day that surfaces, that's why sometimes I'll be looking, I'll be like, I wonder if you're Tommy. I wonder if you're Tommy. I wonder if you're Tommy. But Tommy's under a sock account. And Tommy's also active in chats. Let's be very for real. Tommy, come out wherever you are. We just want to talk. We just want to talk. We got a few questions, bitch. Weirdo.
I can say. And betrayal is just for the lack of a better word. How'd you feel about her Insta post about Colleen? Thank you for the super chat. So
Valentina, don't you fucking dare. Do not play with me. Okay, let me get back to this.
I know how much he loved Colleen and still does. Like, I fully get that. During arguments, she would literally tell me, "You're never going to be Colleen." Like, just saying how much better Colleen was. Like, I had to literally compare myself, and I was in competition with Colleen every single day of my life. Every single day of my life, every single day that I was with her in a relationship with her. And it was hard. Like, constantly here, Colleen didn't cry as much. Colleen, like, it was very hard for me. And I made it very apparent that, like, Colleen is always going to be part of our life. Like, I want that. Like, that's important to me. It's important for her mourning, important for that. But to continuously use Colleen as like a weapon, it became awkward for me.
I will say this because, reminder, we're dealing with two liars, two people who manipulate, two abusers, gaslighters, all of that. I do believe this. Again, she hasn't showed anything, but I do believe that Tommy does this. Tommy's no innocent party in this. I do believe there also may be more context because Amber used to do that with Beck as well. Compare Beck or during arguments say, oh, Destiny didn't do this. And so they're very similar. So I could believe Tommy did this as well. I just wish we had more context to these conversations. But I definitely believe Tommy did that. Actually, now I think about it, Tommy probably did it when it came to her weight. Colleen made it to 900 pounds. Why are you still at 600? Colleen was able to take down 10 burgers. You only ate 6.
So the day that she posted on her Insta, the night before, we had a huge argument. Um, so to me, it felt like she was doing it to hurt me, and that's really fucking sad. Going from being with a fetishist, it's amazing when you find someone who finds your beauty inside and out. Without fetish, it's possible for you and takes healing. Yeah, it took it's like, okay, I would like we have a Snapchat streak, obviously, um, which will be ending, which is kind of sad because it's almost in the 400s, but whatever. Um, so every time I'd send like a selfie of my face where I genuinely thought I looked so beautiful, like she wouldn't say anything. She wouldn't say anything about it. Wouldn't save it, wouldn't nothing. But then when I would send like a photo of my body, she would save it and be like, "Damn, you're sexy as fuck." It's just like, I wanna feel, like, beautiful too, you know? Like, I want you to think, like, my face is beautiful, like
Real quick, speaking of these pictures that Tommy found so sexy, do you think when Amber's cellulitis was at the worst, do you think Tommy was maybe wanting pictures of that? Because doesn't it get like really red and possibly, because I don't really know how it works, but could you imagine? Because I want to repeat, Amberlynn like emphasized how much Tommy loved her legs. Mm, you know, mm. Hold on, where's Donovan? Donovan, you telling me to stop that? She painted the picture. I'm just curious. I'm just curious. You know, I'm kind of making sense there. You know, I'm kind of making sense. Tommy into some sick, sick shit. Mm.
I also want you to like my heart, to love my personality, to enjoy just, like, being around me, like, her and I did have really good time.
Oh my God. Bad Attitude Sister said, girl, Tommy was shaving off the cellulitis and putting it on pause. And then putting some of the marinara on Amber's nipple. Ooh. Some of y'all just need a neck kiss. Tommy and Amber, they need something else to get it going. Cause okay, I'm getting back. My bad.
Times, I'm not gonna lie. Like, especially the first few times she came to visit me, you guys, I felt like I was, like, taking the newest, best, like, drug in the world. But literally, it was just I was, like, love drunk or something. Like, it was genuinely I had never felt so good. So when I before I, called Corky, I messaged Emily, and I was like, "Can you call me? Please call me. Emily, this is extremely important. I won't talk about it in text. Call me. Emily, hello?" Because I knew she was awake. We were just snapping.
And I hope she knows that behavior is problematic as well. But okay. You know what that clip reminded me of? Actually, and I wish I thought of it when I was editing this. For those who are around during, the crackhead era with Chantel and Natter. Do you remember that time Chantel sat on live stream, obviously like trashing Natter? And she was like, I was texting him like 80 times, like, call me. I need my stuff. It reminded me of that in this moment. And I wish I put the clip in because it would have tied in so perfectly. For those who are around, she was sitting in the villa on that couch and she was like, I called him and texted him like 80 times. I kept saying this. Oh, I wish I pieced that together. I'm just thinking of it now. But for those who are around, you know what I'm talking about.
Because that's what I do. Every time I'd find out something bad that she did online, I would always want her to explain herself or like make me understand it better, reassure me. Like it's like I was looking for her to like make excuses for her bad behavior so I could just get over it. Literally, that was my life. So I wanted the same last night. As pathetic as that is, I was willing to hear her out.
And she still is. She still is.
But then I don't know what it was. After I sent the last hello with a million question marks, I realized in that moment, I'm done. I'm actually not going to do this cycle anymore. I'm done. I'm about to go live. So I'm like putting on my makeup real fast because I was like, I'm not about to go live like looking a wreck because I genuinely looked a wreck. So I'm like putting my makeup on. I'm like mid makeup. I'm like, you know what? I'm about to call Quirky Love Rose. So that's why.
The day you hear me say those words on my platform, I'm about to call Quirky Love Rose. The day y'all hear me say this and I'm not playing, somebody call up Spectrum and tell them to cut my service. Cut my service. My docs is already out there. Find the information, look up the account, and tell them my service needs to be cut. Yeah. Start a petition online as well. The day that I sit here and feel the need to call Quirky Love Rose in a time where I need to desperately talk to someone, call up Spectrum. Go outside their building, a group of y'all, and make a lot of ruckus until they cut off my service. Because y'all could at least look out for me in that way. We've been riding together for years. And if y'all truly care about me and y'all hear me say some shit like that, get some posters together, put some shirts together, and get out there and make sure they cut off my service. And I'm not playing. That will be the fucking day.
I ended up calling her and it was a whole thing, but she doesn't care about you being hurt. It is genuinely the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Like whenever I would hurt her, or she would say that I hurt her, like I hurt her feelings or whatever it may be, like it genuinely hurt my heart and made me so sad. But then when roles were reversed and she was genuinely saying the most awful things to me, like calling me a cunt, saying that I'm a leech on society, saying that she hated me, like genuinely emotionally abusing me, like point blank. Like that was verbal abuse.
So you see how she said that with so much conviction? That was verbal abuse, which I'm not denying. My point in saying that is when it's Amberlynn, she downplays it. So she knows when it comes to Tommy's behavior, that's verbal abuse. But when it's hers, she's hectic. It's her BPD. It's all these other things. That's interesting. So she knows how to say the words, just not when it comes to her behavior. Good to know.
Like saying the most awful things to me. And I'm like telling her, like, why are you doing this? Like, you're genuinely hurting me. Da, da, da. Like, she just did not care. Like, I've never, I don't know, I've never ever been treated that way by someone that I was in a relationship with. And
I wanted her to say the whole sentence and I cut it off too short. Amber just said, I've never been treated like that by someone I was in a relationship yet with. Yeah, because she's been the abuser all these years. This is new to Amberlynn. Amberlynn has never been in a relationship with someone who is possibly the mirror image of her. So yes, this is new to her. It's freaking her out. She doesn't know how to handle it because she's been the abuser all these years. Maybe she could figure it out the way her past victims had to figure it out. The years of therapy that they probably need, maybe she'll seek it out now. Welcome to their world. That's another. I'll keep repeating this. That's why I will never feel bad for this bitch.
I can say that. Hand to God. Or hand to the universe. Did you see Hecticana's post? What does he mean by that? No, I did not. Let me go look. I don't follow these reaction channels. And I plan on these live streams helping me keep tabs of it all because trust me, I do not want to be watching. I do not want to be looking. So if you guys can tell me, that would be nice.
Well, viewers telling her about what reactors are posting is not helpful to her. For those who don't know, Hecticana is a reactor. I'm not familiar with their content, so I can't actually speak to it, but I think they're pretty popular. I hear people talk about them. So that's no shade to them. Listen to what Amberlynn says. They posted a community tab. A viewer told her she gonna go check it out. Keep in mind, they're simply a reactor who has commentary on Amber. Go ahead, Amber.
The dam is breaking. Okay, why don't you go take care of your child? Like,
What the fuck does their child have to do with them posting a community tab? Amberlynn is such a clown ass bitch. And it's something that her and Chantel have in common. I know it may sound shocking, but parents can have hobbies. And sometimes those hobbies can simply mean they're giving opinions on fucking train wrecks online, especially abusive ones. Go take care of your child. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? I bet you Hecticana probably is not in jeopardy of losing custody of their child or anything like that. For those who know, they know. The fuck? And sometimes it's with those comments that lead to other comments being aimed at them that they try to complain about, get sympathy for. Because if Hecticana wanted to turn around and mention the fact that they are a parent and Amber will never have that opportunity, would that be fucked up? I guess. But would that comment be understood? Yeah. Go take care of your kid. What the fuck? At least they can have more than fur babies. And if I'm not mistaken, Hecticana is a man, right? I really don't know, to be clear. I genuinely don't know their content. But either way, they're a parent of a human, something Amberlynn will never be.
Amber is terrified right now, rightfully so, but it's not me she should be afraid of. Yeah, I've always been afraid of Emily. That's the point. That's the fucking point that I've been trying to make this whole time.
Actually, let's cover this point. Thank you for connecting this for me because my brain didn't move that fast when it comes to the parenting. Thank you. Yep. Rarity was her child. I bet you Hecticana ain't leaving the door open. So their child just walks out, right? Yep. I bet you Hecticana knows where their child is and doesn't wait the next day or several hours later to check up on their child. Good point. Good point. Sounds like Hecticana is a much better parent than Amberlynn. Ain't that something? And thank you for letting me know, chat. Yeah, Hecticana is a man. But either way, Hecticana is a parent. Hecticana is a parent who, in this moment, probably knows exactly where their child is. And they knew where their child was when they were putting up that community tab post.
Oh my God. Yeah, most of these haters, like Melody, you can barely walk if there's only a fire. Like, it just goes to show, like, it's all just like stemmed in fat phobia. So they're my everything. And I do the fucking best that I can. And it's like so unfair to me.
The truth is, the best that she can is not good enough. And it's unfair to her pets. Her best is not good enough. That's the reason why she probably doesn't walk Twinkie as much as she should. That's the reason why Beck was the one taking care of the pets. That's the reason Destiny was taking care of the pets. And I do believe Tommy probably carried the load in that as well. Her best is not good enough. After a certain size, I do believe people shouldn't have pets. You shouldn't. Maybe a snake in a tank, okay? Maybe. And that's if you're still mobile and able to get out of bed. But the truth is, Amberlynn shouldn't have these type of pets. It is what it is. Her best is not good enough.
That like people need to so badly paint every fucking fat person in girl world as the fucking same. Me and Chantel and Rosie and this and that, we're all narcissists,
You are.
animal abusers,
Yep.
this, that.
Yep.
It's not true.
Yes, it is. She's mad at the truth. Majority of the criticism that is aimed at them, the reason they're upset is because they can't debunk it. It is true. They try to rewrite history, and there's going to be always someone there to show receipts or put a clip together that shows actually it is. I've literally seen 2-hour videos pointing out all their lies, bad behavior. There's a reason documentaries could be made on them alone, one single creator. There's been documentaries made on this space, but 9 times out of 10, those 2-hour videos is on multiple reactors. The fact that there could be one video 2 to 3 hours long on one of them speaks volumes. Speaks volumes. And Rosie's doc, give it about a year. It's coming up. Give it about a year. I'm not saying it's gonna be me, but Rosie will have her time with documentaries as well. Turkey Tom, The Right Opinion, shoot, maybe even Primink. And I'm sure she is salivating at the thought that those big creators will even talk about her, and then crying victim over the comments and criticism. Let's not pretend the reason Rosie likes Obese to Beast with his big platform is because he is a lot more kind and skirts certain opinions when it comes to her. But those big channels, those big creators, when they lock in on her, they're not going to be Obese to Beast. Let's be very clear.
Like genuinely. And it's just, you guys do not know me in my real fucking life. Oh my God. A shame fetish. I don't know about that. I don't even know what that is. But like she would always be on Reddit. Like she's part of the Facebook forums about me under like a fake name, like always just reading stuff about me. And I would constantly tell her, like, please stop. Like genuinely. Like
Imagine your biggest op is the person who was just between your legs. That betrayal, some people do not heal from. And again, it's fuck Amber, but on a basic level, Tommy is grimy. Your biggest op is the person who was just between your legs. Oh, I would die inside.
I would be trying to like be, you know, having us connect. Like it's long distance relationship, so it's like hard. So, I want to find ways for us to like connect and stuff. And she would just be scrolling her phone, just looking at all these like hate things about me. Well, comes to find out, she actually fucking messages in it. And I wonder if she messages in the fucking Facebook forums too.
I bet she does. And again, she's under a sock account in these chats. I know it. I know it. I have no proof, but I know it has to be the case for Tommy.
Like, while we're in a relationship together. God, that is fucking unhinged. Well, I'm telling her before she goes to sleep, I love you. I hope you sleep good. All right. Thank you guys for doing makeup with me and hair and all that jazz and um
Not only did she stay Ashley, she would go back even after all of this. Guys, we made it. And there's more to come because she ain't gonna stop. Tomorrow night, she has her stream. We'll see how that goes. But I will say last night's stream was just like, girl, whatever. But to everyone who made it here, to all the support that I missed, thank you so much. It doesn't go unseen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate y'all. I probably won't be streaming tomorrow. I probably actually I'm not say a day. I just know I want to tie up the rest of my editing tomorrow, so I'm going to take time to do that. I will be streaming in Discord after this and also tomorrow night as well, because I do stream, even though now they're public, I still stream Amber's live streams in my Discord, so then you don't got to be a member to chat in her chat and shit. So thank you so much, guys. I appreciate y'all. It's been great. I am really hoping that the girls just chill for a second for us to catch up, because it's been a lot. That's the thing with this space. It will be dead for weeks, sometimes months. And then when things pick up, it's coming from all sides. I'm kind of happy Chantal knew to shut the fuck up right now, because I could not handle her being out here acting a fool as well. Like, I need everybody to chill. We need to get caught up, grab our snacks, do our skincare, stay hydrated, so we could be ready for the next mess. But we are here. I appreciate y'all for taking the time to hear my thoughts, kick it with me, laugh with me, and just chop some real shit up. So I appreciate y'all. I will see y'all in the next one. Later, guys.
Cocky, but she literally couldn't get enough. I'm losing my mind maybe a little bit. Sorry, it's gonna be fine. I'm manipulative, okay? Keep it up. You already look bad. So I just don't understand. Like, that's not gonna hurt nobody. I'm also delulu. I'm also like fat. I'm also like narcissistic. Like, I'm all the bad things. It's fine. Just come for me. It's fine. Like, I will be fine. Turn down for what? Yeah, for real, for real. Okay.